background for you. You guys are in Fandalen, in the region known as the Sword Coast. A little background on the town you're currently in. Welcome to Fandalen. The frontier town of Fandalen is built on the ruins of a much older settlement. Hundreds of years ago, Old Fandalen was a thriving human town whose people were firmly allied with neighboring dwarves and gnomes. But then, an orc horde swept through the area and laid waste to the settlement, and Fandalen was soon abandoned for centuries. In the last 3 or 4 years, settlers from the cities of Neverwinter and Waterdeep have begun the hard work of reclaiming the ruins of Fandalen. The new settlement is now home to farmers, woodcutters, fur traders, and prospectors, drawn by stories of gold and platinum in the foothills of the Sword Mountains. The arrival of a white dragon threatens to destroy all that they've worked to rebuild. And I've been referring to this as the adventure of Icespire Peak, because I wanted to wait for this moment for dramatic effect. It's the Dragon of Icespire Peak. So,
Like gasp.
We're level 1, right?
Yes.
You guys hey, I don't have
dragons.
to worry about balancing. This is a licensed Wizards of the Coast
Did it
starter
for-
set adventure for level 1 characters.
They did it for us.
So I choose not to worry about balancing. Okay, but that does bring us to
Me like it's level 1 team.
Ooh.
This is cute.
Isn't it? Now, nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Fandalen, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a larger town in centuries past. Fandalen's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amidst the hard wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the town master's hall, is a job board for adventurers. And this is where I'm going to pick you guys up, is in this center square. So you've got the Stonehill Inn here. Here and outside of the inn is this job board. There's the town green, the smithy, the provision. So this is obviously the main business strip of town. I can't remember who got me their character sheet first.
I think I did.
It might have been.
I had mine at the ready.
Okay, then we'll start with you, Jeremy. You need to describe your character, what they look like, and presumably you are in front of this job board here, perusing it, looking at its contents. Please describe yourself.
Job board in the town green.
In the town green, it's technically out front the Stonehill Inn, but the town green's a good place for your tiles while you're doing that.
Alrighty. Okay.
We'll say it's on this corner.
All right. So I have a very, very clever name. My name is Wan Shi Tong. I am an Owlin character. My passion is gaining knowledge. I have somewhat of an addiction for gaining knowledge, and in doing so, I've amassed a collection of books, and I've begun to try to worm my way in, no pun intended, to the main library in Neverwinter, so I can get my hands on even more books. And throughout my scrounges, I stumbled upon some spell books, and I became a little addicted to the power that the spell books gave me too. So I've decided to make it my mission to gain as much knowledge as I can, to become as powerful as I can, to protect all of the knowledge in the world for the future.
What are you wearing?
I'm
What
wearing...
are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm wearing some
You're in the town green without me?
Some purple robes. we're wearing some purple robes. Nothing ostentatious or anything. Just kind of comfy robes.
Comfy purple robes.
Yeah.
Like it.
Excellent. Chris was the next person to send me their character sheet. So So everyone's main objective for the purpose of this one shot is going to be to check out this board to find a job. That is what everybody's doing in this town. So, Chris, your character needs to get to that job board to peruse its contents and sees a small owl folk. It's probably a little higher than you. So, are you like on your tiptoes, or are you kind of like fluttering to read this?
I'm imagining I'm on my
Hold
tip.
on, real quick to Jeremy. Where are you, standing or flying?
I'm imagining I'm standing looking at it, but also I'm pretty sure owls have really good vision, so I don't think I'd need to like squint or anything to see it.
Excellent point. Okay, Chris, this is the sight. This owl, just staring at the board. You approach, or what do they see? Who are you?
Well, see, I am Asmodeus Reginald Dwarfenstein.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Copyright infringement.
I already have an Asmodeus character. You son of a bitch!
Of the Asmodeus Reginald family.
I fucking hate you.
Copyright infringement.
Now, basically,
God damn it.
I went a little bit nutty. I went off on a mission. I love animals. I love animal handling, but my favorite are dragons. And when I went out hunting for a dragon, I was a normal, productive member of the Dwarfenstein family. And when I came back, I had lost my mind. Everything gone. But I'm still very profitable. I still go from town to town. I'm part of the Dwarfenstein name. And I continue to run the stores. And I'm very proficient at it, despite being out of my mind.
Oh, that's
and when I
excellent.
walk up, and when I walk up to this owl creature, I love animals. I really love animals, and I am enthralled that a living sentient being can look like such a beautiful creature. And it stares at the board. Is it looking for a job? Just like me? And I'm going to crawl up the side of the board to really get a closer look in. I'm only 4 foot tall.
I'm 3'7".
So I'm not very tall at all. And I'm going to sit there and try to look at the jobs at an uncomfortably close distance.
Good
probably obscuring your vision.
I was gonna say, you're looking at me or the board?
The board, and you occasionally. I've kind of got eyes that go each way. I believe that's in my character stat sheet.
My God.
Can I help you?
Yes. Are you an owl? Are you a man? Are you somewhere in between?
I am an owlin.
Oh, you're beautiful. Can I touch your feathers?
No. I would very much prefer if you did not, thank you.
Okay. You're a very pretty creature.
Okay.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate it if you didn't anymore.
No.
Though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Becky,
are
from
you
across this courtyard?
Okay.
You see this dwarf just like enthralled with this
Why do you have
owling creature, like just staring wide-eyed and enthusiastically at it. And this owl, who you were watching a moment ago looking at the board, is now like engaged with this dwarf, and now they're having this conversation with the dwarf like hanging on the board that you need to read, and the owl standing directly in front of it. But you got to get there. So please describe to the party who you are and make your approach.
Yeah. So my name is Sybil, and I am an elf. I have like kind of tannish skin and dark brown hair, and I'm just in like black thieves leathers with a elven bow on my back. And I was a spy in another town, and I ended up leaking information about the wrong person, which ended up getting my sister killed. And so now I am just kind of roaming the lands and looking for something that could potentially like redeem myself in my own eyes, because I was exiled by my family for having caused the death of my sister. So I am going to just walk up, and because I'm an elf, I'm like 6 feet tall. I can just like, I'm going to stare down at these like very short creatures in front of me and just be like, can you guys take your PDA session somewhere else? I need to see the board.
Uh, P- PDA? I have not come across that in any of the dictionaries I've
She's
amassed.
tall.
Stands for
She's really tall.
it stands for public displays of affection because
Oh,
the energy that you guys have going on
affection?
right now is very
No,
uncomfortable.
no, ma'am. I'm terribly sorry. You're mistaken. I have just met this dwarf.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. We have only just met. I do not know this man.
Well, still, whatever vibe is happening here, it's not what I want to be a part of. I just want to find a job and be on my way.
Ah, you're looking for a job too, or are you also seeking knowledge?
I wouldn't necessarily say knowledge, but I am seeking a job.
Alex,
Mm.
you see this strange trio of an elf, a dwarf hanging on a sign, and a small owl folk with his head just kind of like flicking back and forth between the two of them. And you cannot see the board at all. There, you have no shot of reading this board from this distance, and unfortunately, you must approach this strange trio in order to get a good look. What do they see, and who are you?
So my name is Rhapsody, and I am a tiefling bard. And
Good.
my objective with this job board is not so much to get a job, but it's to find the job poster and see what money I can get from them that way without actually having to put in any like work. Because who needs to work? But in order to get a better look at the board, I need these crazy people to leave or at least move out of the way. So I'm just gonna blow really hard at my bagpipes to get their attention and like scare them.
You
Just
have
like,
bagpipes too?
excuse me, friends, mind moving? Thanks.
Ah, thank you so much. I also wanted to see the board.
My very delicate ears.
Oh, I'm not sorry. Anyway.
Wow. This town is full of weirdos.
Yeah,
What do you mean weirdos? I'm perfectly normal. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a purple demon with bagpipes. You're an owl,
me-
and you're a
me-
4-foot dwarf who's
ex-
hanging on a sign and keeps trying to touch people.
excuse me,
Over here
ma'am.
now.
I do
You're a
not.
judgmental elf.
Yeah,
That's elves.
She's
Hey,
tall.
friends,
I'm a
Very
character.
I
Good
must
job.
I must implore that we cease these derogatory actions. We shouldn't we all love each other?
I love nothing.
I love myself.
Your feathers.
Oh God,
They look
I regret this.
soft. They look very soft. I'm not going to touch them. You don't want me to.
Thank
But if
you.
ever you change your mind,
I'm going to
Okay.
like pluck a feather from like my thigh and give it to him in hopes of satiating him.
Oh my god.
This man brought props.
He's got a spoon.
no, it's a feather.
Oh yes, it's a feather.
Oh
Anyway.
my God.
I just need to find the highest paying job. That's all. That's all I want. And then I'll leave.
Are
On my merry way to mind
are-
my own business.
are you also seeking knowledge?
No, honey, I'm seeking money. That's what I'm seeking. That's all I
I
care
look
about.
for
But-
money too.
But knowledge is the most valuable resource we have in this world.
The only knowledge I need is that I'm the greatest bard that ever existed, and everyone's a walking wallet.
Oh, I have collections of tomes chronicling the tales of many a famous bard. Do you have your own tomes?
No, but can I sell yours?
No, they are mine.
Then I don't care. I don't care.
Knowledge is valuable. I can sell that.
Yes, that's
I
what
don't have any
that's
left
what
for
teaching
myself.
is.
I'm going to assume this owlin has never left his library.
Well, no, because I think I've traveled to certain areas to amass my collection of books. Because
Like
I'm
from library to library, not doing a lot of like.
well, like I have my own library, but I'm working at the Neverwinter, or I'm trying to get into the Neverwinter library so I can gain access to their library. But I've amassed like my own little personal collection, and I think from that I've gone to like safe places. Like I definitely haven't done adventuring, but I've gone to like really well trodden trails to cities and stuff like that. Definitely a greenhorn in the adventuring field.
Like horns.
Well,
I'm sure you do.
how do we get rid of the weird one? Anybody tell me?
We're
Buy
all
something
weird.
from me.
I'd say which one's the weird one.
We're all weird.
I'm
The
Team.
the-
short one with the feather in his hand.
Oh, okay.
It's so soft. Try it.
No, thank you.
No,
Oh, you're missing out.
No,
that would be like peeling off a fingernail and handing it to a person.
don't give him any ideas.
I think it'd be more like peeling off a scab.
That's
Gross.
even worse.
I know.
A soft scab.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
you're
Ugh.
disgusting.
Let's continue.
Please.
I
This
think
is all up. This is all up to you. Until somebody actually tries to read the board, I have nothing. To
I've
do
been
here,
trying to
so.
read the board, but this fucking dwarf is on
Fighting
the
each
board.
other over the
No,
board.
I'm off.
I can-
I'm off in the field. I found a squirrel. They're my friends.
Oh,
I
okay,
can see
cool.
over all of them. I'm
I'm
definitely
going to
reading the
look at the
board.
board.
Yeah, I'm like 5'5", so.
Anybody who's actually paying attention to the board, there are 3 job postings on it,
Ooh.
and bear with me. This is how they read. Dwarf prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here and have been working on an archaeological dig, seeking treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take warning to them and return to Townmaster Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 100 gold pieces. Let's see here. There's a second one that says, a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of Gnomengard are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them, and if you bring back something useful that you don't wish to keep for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 100 gold pieces for it. And the third says, the local midwife, an alkalite of Chantea named Adabra Gwyn, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Vandalen. With dragon sightings becoming more common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Vandalen. Once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbin Wester to claim a reward of 50 gold pieces. So basically, warn some dwarves, get some magic shit from some gnomes, warn the midwife. Are the 3 postings.
I want to do gnomes because it would help. I think it would help me amass more magic knowledge.
You saying that in character, or do you have an in character way to say that?
Yeah, it's like, I think I think I'll go talk to these gnomes. They might have some knowledge for me.
I want to talk to the dwarves. They're my friends too. And there's a dragon? I love dragons.
All 3 of these lead back to the town leader, so I just want to find him. That's all.
I'm a little concerned about that midwife. It's not safe for her to be out there alone if there's a dragon.
I mean, yeah, I would be open to helping with that one.
At the same time, I don't think we could handle a dragon.
We're not handling the dragon to help her. We're just going out there to give her a warning.
Right.
Yeah.
But if a dragon does transpire, then all 5 of us die.
I'll die petting a dragon.
Okay, he's
I'd
not coming with
prefer
us.
not to.
He can go by himself.
I'm
gonna
DM
go.
says no,
I'm
he
gonna go help
can't.
the
You have
girl.
to agree on one.
I did.
Seriously,
I was kind of cracking up. All of us picked a different.
Oh man,
I wasn't aware that we were agreeing on one, so I was sort of picking what was left. So I I feel that the character would want to go for the dwarf, but I doubt that anyone cares what my insane dwarf wants to do. So I'm down for whatever anyone else wants to do.
My
For whatever
main
it's
goal.
worth, the midwife is to the south, and the dwarves are in the mountains to the south east. And if you look at the big map, you can see that like there's a mountain range down there, and like they're fairly close to one another. The other one I think is in the opposite direction.
Of
So
course.
we can.
So
That's part of my
maybe
character.
we could
those
go.
like mountains, dragons. Actually, I built that into my character. All that plays to my strengths, but that's like eventually, I don't know.
So what if I do have some magical capabilities? Could I tag along with you guys and we could do the 2 to the south, and then our way back we could go north to look at my magic stuff afterwards?
Actually, I super lied. It's straight south, southwest, and southeast. So they're literally all to the south of here.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. It's new to me too. Okay, I'm
well,
sorry.
well then you just ran this campaign. No, I'm kidding.
Only 2 of the 3.
Yeah. I mean, we could do we could go to the farthest one and then just sort of like make our way back, get all 3 for time sensitive
Sure.
purposes.
I feel
Sure.
like
Let's do them all.
the midwife. We should start with the midwife because that's convincing her to go back into the main town.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go and get the items needed to fight the dragons. Then we go warn the group of dwarves.
Yes.
Seems
Actually,
like the smartest order to
I think
take
we
to
should-
do all the things.
I'm wondering if maybe we should warn the dwarves first, because then we might be able to get their help warning the midwife in case combat does ensue.
No.
I feel like the dwarves would not help a sorcerer midwife. They probably don't want to leave their caves.
Make a good point.
Oh wait,
I'm
the
convinced
midwife's
that
a
this
sorcerer?
was another kind of RPG, that the 50G answer is always the easy part of the campaign. And normally you want to start there to kind of build up.
The midwife is a sorcerer?
I thought so. Doesn't she have magical? Her name is Abraca Gwen.
Doesn't
Her
mean
name
anything.
is Adabra Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
Abracadabra. She's got some magical capabilities for sure.
Okay, well, if we assume
She's by herself.
then
She's
maybe
the damsel in distress.
that's gender normative. That's not the word I'm trying to think of. That's
Obviously, my character is pushing the midwife because she sees a solo female that could potentially be in danger, and given her background, she wants to help her as much as possible.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
okay. Actually, yeah, the midwife is probably better because the dwarves can probably better handle themselves as a group, whereas the midwife is alone. Yeah, let's go see the midwife.
She's all alone.
Good
Not-
choice.
Not
We're
for
gonna be
long.
Good
friends.
choice.
She won't be
She's gonna
alone
have a
for
lot of
long.
friends.
We're gonna be coworkers.
You're my friend.
I mean,
I don't care if you like me.
Coworkers
No
can
one likes
evolve into
me.
friends.
I don't have any friends.
At least that's
Now you do.
what I've read in books.
Hey, you tiny psychopath. Keep your mouth shut.
I can
Okay.
I can barely hear Jeremy.
God damn it.
I'm gonna have to go get my headphones.
Maybe Jeremy just fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Consensus is you guys are heading to help the midwife. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to go grab my headphones.
I mean, part of it was just my character was talking quietly because he's a little unassuming.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hear that.
Yeah. Eye is twitching.
My eye twitches all the time.
Okay.
Good job, guys. That was very smooth character introductions rolling into doing something together. I appreciate that.
I've read a few
I don't know how to be a bard, but I like it.
I've read a few medical journals that
you
say
just have to fuck everything that you can see.
So that's not 100% right, but it's definitely not 100% wrong.
That's so
Well,
loud.
my girl's background is charlatan.
Yeah, you're fucking everything you can get your hands on.
Well, my big thing is basically my long con. It is not fucking everything that I see.
Go there.
You picked the wrong
Yeah,
class.
that's ambitious for a bard, you know.
I flirt with everything that I see because I can get something out of it. But that doesn't mean
That's very
Um,
Bard-esque. I can
well, I
appreciate
mean,
that.
I mean, realistically, I feel like most bards try to fuck everything they see and fail 9 times out of 10.
If you don't try to fuck the dragon, then you're not playing a bard.
Honestly,
I've seen how that works out in Rick and Morty. Okay.
you
God.
need to get that nat 20 charisma check
That dragon.
to seduce the dragon. You will
We'll think
become
about it.
You'll become a donkey this day.
Oh God.
Okay, so the map has transitioned because travel happens more smoothly in one-shots. Congratulations.
God.
Um,
Oh God.
put your tokens in, and then you guys are approaching from the road over here.
Okay.
These are like rock piles,
All right. Da-da-da.
and I will kind of remind you guys that you gotta use your imaginations and try not to like metagame. It's not as bad on this map, but there are definitely some maps that you can like
Right.
read a lot into, and it's hard to like role play because you're like, but I know that thing is there. So just like keep that in mind as we move forward. Okay. Built on the slope of Umbridge Hill is an old stone wood mill surrounded by an iron fence. A large winged monster with a spiky tail is trying to knock down the windmill's front door as a woman appears in the second floor window, waves at you and yells, "Ah, little help!"
Oh no.
So you have your woman in the second floor window here, which is actually, here on the map, just higher up.
Yeah.
And then there is a creature
Already?
front door.
I guess.
Shot.
What are you?
Good
What
lord.
are you? What are you?
What is that?
Ooh. Oh, it's
Was it
it's
A
Manticore?
manticore?
that. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yo.
Okay.
That face looks like the main monster in Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh boy.
Does anybody remember that?
I do. I do remember where the wild things are.
Okay.
Book?
So
Yeah,
she has
so-
hollered at you,
or the
but this
movie.
has not deterred the Manticore, who is still desperately trying to get into this door, and looks like he's probably 3/4 of the way through it already.
Oh shit.
Hop.
Did you say stop?
No, sorry, not to you. It's
Oh,
to Sterling.
okay.
Sterling's being a full-on bitch tonight.
Just walk up to the Manticore. Stop.
I actually, would like to,
Ah.
I would like to walk up to the Manticore and hit him
Oh,
with
no.
a spray bottle.
Bad
Pop him on the
kitty.
nose with
Bad
a rolled up
kitty.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh man.
30 feet.
The Manticore is now just about through the door because you guys are just standing there.
I am going to walk up to it, and I have
Shit.
animal handling. Is there any way to try to tame it?
Wait, we didn't even roll for initiative. I'm
because
confused.
we haven't entered initiative yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't want to fight you. It wants the unarmed lady that it's almost through the door.
All right.
Well, we obviously need to distract it.
I'm gonna hide
I'm
behind.
I'm gonna stop you guys at the fence line, which is where
Okay.
Okay.
you are close enough for the Manticore to see that you are approaching. Turn to engage you, and now
I'm gonna
you may roll
cast Ray of.
initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to
Okay.
cast Ray of Frost first.
Very confused.
Were you trying to? I did not hear you say that you were trying to creep up on the Manticore, just that you were running up on the Manticore.
I-
said I wanted to
I
do
was
animal
not
handling.
creeping
I don't know what you have to do that.
You can try animal handling on this Manticore, but as a level 1, I can pretty much guarantee that you have not handled anything like a Manticore before.
DC 18.
I want to try.
So
I've got a +6.
So
Good
if you
lord.
want to do that as your standard action as the first thing that happens in combat, that you're more than welcome to. But if Jeremy's throwing a Ray of Frost, that's gonna ruin your shot at that. What's the range on Ray of Frost?
60 feet. I didn't even think about that. Hey,
Can I actually stand? Can I stay back by the rocks a little bit? Actually,
Yeah, you can be wherever you want to be. Jeremy, you have a line of sight from here through this gap, or here through this gap. This is a crumbled remains of an obvious outbuilding to the windmill, which has since been destroyed, but much of the stone foundation still remains
Got
in
it.
place.
Okay, yeah, I'll post up right here.
Sweet. Then if I will give you that your attack roll on that, but then that is for sure going to be initiative.
So attack on 6. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Going to hit him for sure.
Oh, 1d8. So its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Stick.
And 1d8 right in front of me, you idiot. A single point of damage.
Oh yeah, buddy. Okay, well let me write that shit down right now.
God damn it.
1 piece damage and 10 foot less. Tell your turn. Okay, I got my notes. I've got started here. I need see here.
You need our initiatives.
I do need that. Yeah. Anybody get higher than 20?
I got a 19.
I got a 21.
19 is less than 20, Chris.
It sure
I know
is.
that.
Announcing what I got.
Nope, just
I
wait.
got a 19.
Just wait, there's an order.
Anybody get 15?
I got a 19.
Higher than a 10.
I got 11.
12.
Oh shit, guys. Okay.
No, I got 11 as well. I'm sorry.
Who has the higher dex?
Mine's 12, probably her.
Yeah, mine's 18.
Okay, then congratulations, Becky. You rolled a 12 and Jeremy rolled an 11. At least that's how it's going in my notes, so I can keep track of initiative. Which means that Alex, with her kick-ass initiative score, or rather Rhapsody, will start us off.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
So I'd like to start with my bonus action of Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, sounds great. I don't know what that does.
Fucking need it. So a creature other than myself within 60 feet that can hear me. I hope that does not include the monsters, because I'm really only trying to do it to my party. But we'll.
I'm pretty sure it only
gains an
counts
inspiration die, which is 1d6 for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
So it's a one and done for the inspiration then, or it's every roll for 10 minutes.
Every I don't know, for 10 minutes they can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
I thought it was one use.
I don't know. It just says they can add it to one ability check for 10 minutes.
No, Bardic Inspiration happens every single time.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I guess like you can't use it for multiple in one turn.
Yeah, you can use it for one action. So you said it was the saving throw, the damage roll, or the attack roll?
Yeah, it lasts for 10
ability
minutes.
check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah, so in your turn, if you make all three of those rolls, you can choose one roll to apply an extra 1d6 on each turn you take.
Right.
For 10 in-game minutes, but you cannot apply it to every single roll in every single turn.
Yeah.
And then my follow-up question is, who is getting it? Because it sounded like when you read it, you said a character who can hear you within range. Is that correct?
Yeah, it says a creature other than myself.
So which creature other than yourself is getting the die?
I'm gonna give it to Juan, the tiny little owl creature.
Ooh, thank you.
That's great. Well,
You're welcome.
Inspiration. That's your bonus. You still have your standard and your movement.
Yep. So
wait, how do you give the inspiration?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I'm gonna play a little song on my little lyre that I have.
So
little
angelic.
She's gonna play. Never gonna give you up on her bagpipes.
Dragon Force on the lyre.
Sandstorm.
Dragon Force on the lyre is amazing.
Oh god. Okay.
That's so good.
And how far away is the manticore?
They're 5 foot squares. So.
Okay.
Hello.
Keep in mind, a lot of spells you have to see him, and these little gray things are walls that are probably tall enough to obscure your vision.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You have movement as well. So.
Oh yeah, the little.
Appreciate you.
The gate you can see over. The fence you can see over, obviously. But
Okay, what is my move? I think it's just 30. Where are you? Yeah, 30 feet. Then I will move. Not close enough to do anything. Well, and then
don't sell yourself short.
no, then that's too close to even like throw a dagger. Do I have to take the full 30 feet? I don't think so.
No,
No.
absolutely not. And you
Okay.
can split it. You can take 15, take your shot, and then take 15 back or whatever, Like,
Oh, that's good to know.
You don't got to do it all at once.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
I don't even know. What even are my...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Looks like about 25, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I don't have any, like... Other than Bardic Inspiration, I don't have any fun, like, bard things. So I'm
Yeah.
just going
Shit
to...
right now.
Yeah.
Level 1!
I'm gonna throw a dagger because its range is minimum 20 feet. Up to 60, if I'm reading that correctly.
He's 20 feet away, so go ahead and throw your dagger. No big deal.
So it's... do I hit it is the question.
That's the question. You got to roll a d20, and then I will tell you if you hit it or not.
I will be right back.
23.
That is for sure a hit.
And then it's a D4, which is Brian. That is 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay.
And do I have any movement left to like hide behind this wall?
If you
I'd like-
only use 25 feet, then we'll say you were in this square, and yeah, you can
Okay.
take a step.
I'm gonna
into
just
the-
go like right there for safety.
Um,
And that's it for me.
Oh, love it. And at this, the Manicore is now turned to fully engage you, having been frosted and now having a dagger sticking out of its of the front of its chest. It's not looking at the door anymore. Chris, you're up.
I mean, it depends on who you ask whether or not that's good. Now it's looking at us.
Excuse me. Asmodeus Reginald Dwarfenstein the Ninth is up.
Oh, he's the ninth? All right, cool. I wanted to be the fourth.
You might be muted.
Muted.
Oh, yeah, do your...
No.
Nope.
Is your mic pulled
Cristobal.
out?
Well, no, I got you out of Alex's mic, actually.
Yeah, I heard him from Alex's.
Saying.
Battery
All I
died.
heard was battery died. And that's the
God.
most important piece of information.
That was
Yeah,
all
his
he-
battery died in his headset, and now
You
his
didn't
microphone's
charge
not
your
engaging.
headset before this? What the fuck?
Rookie mistake.
You guys use wireless headsets?
Seriously.
wired.
Yeah.
I unplug mine all the time, though, so I really want to watch that.
He's
Hi, are you done
Fixing
being a
his
butler?
mic.
Yep, all good.
He's
Are you
trying to
done
swap
being
it.
a grumpy baby?
There we go. So this should be, yeah, you can
We
hear
got
me.
you. We got you. You're good. Yep.
Yeah, but I might come in double now.
So far, so good.
Okay.
It's
Let me
a
know.
faint echo, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
He swapped over to his webcam's mic, so it's got a bigger range.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're back on the. Now I got the Logitech back up and running. So it should
Cool.
be good.
Cool.
So all
Anyway.
that out of the way. That's the
Technical
important part.
difficulties.
I'm not saying your
Asmo's,
name again.
it's fine. Asmo's gonna sort of meander all the way up to this beautiful creature, and he's gonna ask him before he attacks. This isn't an action. This is part of the role play. He's gonna ask, "Do you have a walnut?"
Is it vegan?
Choke on it?
And I'm assuming this creature can't speak.
The Manticore turns to you, kisses,
Oh.
and as you listen to it, and you're standing there, you hear through the screeching and the hissing, you hear meat only.
Meat only.
No. What? And he's going to roll for attack with his hand axe.
Oh my god.
He rolls the vicious 11.
A vicious 11 unfortunately misses
A
in his
vicious.
stupor that a creature so gorgeous would actually speak back to him. He was so distraught he was unable to strike such a beautiful sentient beast, and it misses.
Such a majestic creature.
You have your movement still if you want, but I'll remind you if you step away from a threatened square, you provoke an attack.
No, he's going to stick right there next to it.
Cool. Well, are you done?
Yes.
Talking is always free, as a reminder to my other players.
Unless bonus action with a second 2-weapon fighting, can I take another shot at it with the other weapon?
I don't know if you can do that at level 1. I mean,
No.
2-weapon fighting reads you get an extra attack, right?
No,
It's
it means that
bonus
you
action.
go on.
What I'm reading is bonus action, actions in combat, 2-weapon fighting, and that's about all it says to me.
So
So are you using the D&D Beyond sheet?
Yes.
Look up a little bit. There should be like right above your list of weapons, there should be actions, and it will tell you attacks per action. And if that says 1, then you get 1 attack in your action. The bonus action 2-weapon fighting just allows you to have 2 weapons in your hands.
Okay.
But at level 1 does not allow you to take 2 actions in 1 turn.
Okay, that's all I needed
So-
to know. So no, I can't do anything else.
typically, when you dual wield, you have an offhand and your normal hand. When you attack with your offhand, you don't get your strength bonus. It's just a straight.
Gotcha.
It's just a straight hit.
I have here fighting with 2 weapons is something any character in 5e can do, from fighters to wizards and everybody in between. The rules for this are pretty straightforward. Taking the attack action whilst wielding a light weapon in each hand, you can make an additional attack with your offhanded weapon as a bonus action. Is what I have here.
But I
you
think-
can make 2
From
turns?
from Dice Cove though, I don't know what the fuck Dice Cove is. It's just the number 1 result on Google.
So DM, how do you want to interpret this?
Because
Should I
that's
be able
because
to
that's
do
the
a
whole
second
point of
attack?
extra attack is that you get a second attack action.
Right, but isn't it you get a second standard attack action and a bonus action is a totally separate thing? So if you had
Yeah, I guess
2-handed
you're right.
fighting and the bonus attack, you'd get 3. You'd get 2 with your main hand and 1 with your offhand. But then because that was your bonus, I guess reactions are a different thing. And
Right.
you know what? This thing's pretty nasty. So in this instance, go ahead and take your offhand attack.
Cool.
Just a straight D20 then.
Yeah, no bonuses.
Ooh.
Looks like a 14.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh!
Okay.
Damn.
What is your offhand weapon?
It is a light hammer. And I do 4 damage.
Woo, doggy! All right, as you cleave into it with the other hammer, able to bring yourself back to center, missing on that first shot, and you do find purchase just under where the dagger is sticking out from its chest. And I think at that you pretty much are tapped out, which actually makes the Manicore's turn really easy, because it's his turn now.
Bait.
Interesting.
Uh-oh. I don't like it.
Yes. And then
I only like it when I think things are interesting. This is scary.
the Manicore rears around and steps back on its hind legs and stretches out its huge, which you realize are actually palms. They're not like paws.
Gross.
They have like digits and claws and shit.
Gross.
And swipes at you, and the first swipe misses entirely as you dodge out of the way. But dwarves are pretty stout, and 2 dodges in a round is a lot to ask, as the second one shreds you Zorro style across the chest, dealing 5 points of damage.
Ugh.
Not
Like
to me,
ass.
correct?
What's
Yeah.
that?
To me, correct?
Do you? Yeah.
You left
You're
yourself
the only
out.
one who's within.
5
who's
points
within
of
range.
damage? Oh god.
Dude, Dude,
I
I guess
forgot
I'll just
about
say when
that.
you guys are done with this. And then, wait, hold on. Actually, no, because I have 2 attacks, so I can't move. If you take both your attacks, can you still take your move in D&D? I know how it works in Pathfinder. I don't know how it works in D&D.
You should, because
Yeah, I assume
the
so.
second attack is a bonus action. It's not a movement.
Yeah.
Then he takes his movement 10 feet less, of course, as his wings, and he makes a fly check successfully, and shoots 30 feet into the air. Chris, would you like to take an attack of opportunity as it exits your zone of influence?
It would have to be something with longer range, correct?
No. The idea is you're getting a pot shot in on it as it's like leaving the area that you can swing.
Yes, because he scratched me.
Okay, well, roll your d20. Take
How dare.
And as this happens, you see that
14 again.
14 again. That's going to hit. Roll your damage. And as this is happening, you see the wings flapping, and the woman still half out the window goes, "Oh my!" and dips inside and slams the window shut.
4 damage again.
4 damage again. Okay, I got to do a
Very
little
consistent.
bit of that. It's better than missing consistently.
That's true.
That's okay. That is it for the Manticore's turn. It is now 30 feet in the air, still directly in front of the windmill. And now it is Becky's turn.
So I guess since it flew up in the air, I have a better vantage point being as far back as I am. So I just want to take aim and shoot it with my longbow.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be a solid 8.
Cool. Good. That misses. It's like 90 feet away for whatever it's worth. 90 feet.
You mispronounced 18.
And with an 8, it and embeds in the window. It might have struck the woman had she not just a moment ago closed the window, but does not unfortunately hit the Manticore.
Cool.
Great aim.
Thanks. I tried. Yeah, I mean, I also have 2-weapon fighting as a bonus action, but I'm clearly using a 2-handed weapon, so that doesn't
Literally
apply
at this moment.
So.
If you had 2 hand crossbows, I'd give it to you. Pow pow.
No,
But,
I have a longbow.
That's a different deal. Do you want to move?
No, because I probably have better advantage if I'm this far back.
That's fair. Oh. I will try to remember that moving forward. I didn't build any of these maps, but I'll try to remember that if you want to be farther back, I can let you sit at the edge of the map and just be 50 feet back or whatever.
I do also have a sword if I do have to get up close and personal to things. So I will make it work, but more often than not, I'm going to be farther back and shooting with my bow. So
yeah, and you absolutely would not have had a shot behind the wall when it was on the ground, but you do now. So if you're not moving, are you done?
Good
Yep.
Lord.
Yeah, that brings us to our last individual, Jeremy. What's Ron doing?
I'm quite terrified, as a matter of fact. Let's see here.
Terrified. You started this whole thing, man. You just walked up to it and blew Cone of Frost right on it. Boom!
Sure did.
Made Kitty cold.
Give the kitty a cold. Shut the fuck up.
He swiped at me.
You're almost
you're
half elf.
Okay, yeah, sure, why not? I am going to run back here because I'm a little scaredy baby. And I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Firebolt. I know that one. Slag knows that one very well. I bet you cast it very differently than Slag casts it, though.
So,
Much
actually,
less spit.
what is it? Instantaneous evocation. Oh, it's just an evocation. All right, cool. So I've never been in combat before, so I'm trying to delve into the recesses of my memory and try to remember the spell books that I was reading before I left the library, and I'm gonna try to remember the whatever hand things that it taught me to use, and it's just gonna turn into a finger gun.
Sybil, you just see Juan just turn around, just like run, book it straight towards you, and then just like turn around trembling and like kind of mutter to himself a little bit. What's your roll?
Ooh. 22.
That's a hit.
Yeah. And then shit. I fucking closed it. I think it's a D8, D10. D-tizzle. Yeah. Nice. 6 points of damage.
That's nice. You guys are.
Wait a minute. Is that
getting there? As the well, what does your firebolt look like from before it gets to the manticore?
I mean, I'm essentially going to finger gun shoot at it. It's probably going to be. It's going to be like ethereal feathers.
Just like flaming ethereal feathers.
Yeah.
Are they soft?
Probably not. Don't touch them.
There's like ash like float off of them in the trail, to the ground like feathers, or
no, because it's well, I guess it is fire. Yeah, sure.
Like,
so
like fade away, so it's like ash, and then it.
No. So what it is, you know how the feather, like the soft part of the feather is going to act as the fletching, and the stem of the feather is what's going to be at the tip of this firebolt. So I'm basically like doing a magical crossbow, like loading a feather into it.
And it hits the left wing of the manticore solidly as it and like flaps awkwardly. It like loses 5 feet of altitude before flying back up. Well, actually, I guess I have to perform a fly check if it got hit. Yeah, and it flies back up, and it is now got a scorched wing, a dagger, an axe mark. Are you done?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Brings us back to the top with Alex.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to do.
Oh, is Andres here?
Not.
He's probably not, because this is the adventure I'm running for him on Wednesday, and I warned him.
Okay.
I was like, spoiler alert, I'm gonna run the exact same campaign that I'm running for you. This is also the first thing they chose to do, for whatever it's worth. You got a little cover, but you don't feel as secure about it now that manticore is 30 feet in the air.
Yeah. So I don't know how spells or cantrips work.
Most of them involve an attack roll, but you use your spell attack modifier instead of your weapon modifier. The exception being there are some spells that you don't roll the thing you're attacking rolls. It's like, like for my catapults, it's like they roll to see if they're fast enough to get out of the way. I don't roll to see if I hit them,
Okay.
So,
and cantrips are free, essentially.
Okay. I'm trying to delve into the bardishness that you've all told me that I should be delving into. I'm not trying to fuck this thing.
No.
I'm
You need to fuck it.
I'm trying to like
fuck it, coward.
and convince it to like leave or something, or stop attacking us and the lady. But I don't know how I would go about that in terms of battle or bonus actions or anything.
Tell it that there are dwarves in the mine over yonder.
Oh my god.
Trade one job for another.
Opposite of what we're doing.
I just want to like, because like my big long con is I'm really good at convincing people that bullshit is legit. So I want to like convince it. I want to try and like flirt with it and convince it that what it's doing here is not what it wants to do. I'm gonna be like, there's way better food like off in the middle of like a desert or something. Like convince it that being here is not what it wants to be.
You're gonna Jedi mind trick it.
Basically. But like
this is not the food you were looking for.
Do you have a diplomacy skill? Is that a D&D thing?
It'd be like persuasion or deception.
Persuasion.
Yeah,
Persuasion.
I've got persuasion, performance, deception. Those are all the same
Well,
modifier.
if you're telling it to go, if you're telling it there's food in the desert and you don't know that there's food in the desert, you have to roll both a successful persuasion and deception because you're trying to talk it into something that you're lying about.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Otherwise, you know, if you can think of a way to talk it out of here without lying to it, I'll let you roll just the persuasion.
Stick it
Well, I
after
don't-
the dragon.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Send it after the dragon.
Be like, Manicore, have you ever had dragon meat?
You would probably know that a manicore is smaller than a dragon, and
That doesn't mean this Manicore isn't full of himself.
Or
I'm just telling
dumb.
you, I'm making sure that you know what your character would know, and your character would know a manicore is smaller than a dragon. You can do whatever you wish.
So, but my question would be, would this be considered an attack or a bonus action according to you? Because I have a backup plan if it fails.
Talking is always free. So
Okay.
traditionally, the way that I run it is that you can do so. Like turns don't take up too much space. If you want to do like a check or something, that's fine. But keep in mind, this round is supposed to be 6 seconds. So if you're trying to talk to it, like unless you're saying something that you can get out really quick, like it's gonna take most of your turn to do it. So it is a standard action to like try to convince something if you're taking time, right, to do that. So
Look over there.
you know, like Chris rolled his animal handling check and couldn't. Did I let you attack it that round? I did let you attack.
You
it
didn't
that
let
round.
me. You didn't let me animal check it. Or animal handling it. We just passed that.
Oh, you did pass that. If he had animal handlinged it, I wouldn't have let him attack it. So same concept here. If you try to talk to it, you then don't get to also attack it in the same turn,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. So then instead of that, I will instead use vicious mockery.
So you're
Yes.
still talking at it, but in a different way.
But in a different way. Something
Or-
that I won't have to worry about what I say and how
If
I
she's
say
still
it.
talking to it, she's just talking dirty.
Exactly. I unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature that I can see within range, which it's 30 feet up, and I'm like 30 feet back, and it's got a range of 60 feet. So,
You're good. Yep.
if the target can hear you but need not understand you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Yeah, buddy.
Perfect. So you don't roll on that. I roll on
Mhm.
that. And it has to be a 16 saving throw of what skill?
Wisdom. And it didn't say 16. It's attack save wisdom 13 is what it says.
13? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I must have missed that. Then yeah, on a nat 20, that manicore
Oh shit!
is not real worried
It's
about your words.
not having any of my insults. Well, I'm just gonna take a hit to the pride and shut up.
So
And
make
I'm sorry, is it
information.
half damage or is it just nothing if they don't?
It just says it doesn't say anything if it fails.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
good try. What language do you say that? Do the people around you understand what you're saying?
I
Or-
speak Common and Infernal, so I don't know what a Manticore speaks.
I think Infernal would be even dirtier, though.
I feel like Infernal would just be that much like smoother of insults.
But I don't think anybody around you is going to understand. They just hear you like literally screaming demon language at the manicore.
Which is probably why it failed. Now that was a cantrip. Do I have any ability to do anything else?
I believe that you can cast, if you do not move, you can cast one cantrip and one full-blown spell.
Okay.
Well, vicious mockery is considered a full action.
Is it? It's a cantrip though.
But if she doesn't move,
I haven't moved.
Essentially, cantrips are just basically spells that are always prepared that don't have a limitation on them.
Okay, it
So
says casting
cantrips-
time 1 action. So
Right.
Yeah, so you've used a full action. So basically, with cantrips and spells, after the cantrips are essentially like level 0 spells, so you just
Yeah.
have them always, and you can
They're
use them as
freebies.
many times as you need. They're freebies. And
Okay.
then after, once you start gaining spells that have levels, you can only prepare, like you could essentially know like 6 level 1 spells, but you could only prepare 4 spell slots a day, meaning you can only cast 4 times of those 6 spells.
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on. I'm on the Almighty and Powerful Reddit from 4 years ago. 5e. Cantrips of casting time of 1 action, right?
Okay.
You only have 1 action used on your turn. It's difficult to cast 2 spells. Obviously, you can't just nonchalant foul up your magic missile with a firebolt unless you have some special class feature that lets you do that. Okay. Got you. So you can, but you would not with the mechanics as they stand. You would have to like have it built into your class some way. Like for example, this says an Eldritch Knight can use their action to cast magic missile, their action surge to gain a second action, and then use that action to cast firebolt. So you have to.
That's fucking
Becky's
cool.
right. Becky's
Okay.
right. You have it's a full action, but if you can find a way to get another action, you could in theory cast a full spell and a cantrip. So we were both right, just at different halves of that spectrum.
Yeah.
Well,
My-
this is listing because I was going to take pity on the crazy thing, and it says that I can use Healing Word as a bonus action.
Those are different actions, so that's fine because they're not the same thing.
Yeah. So that was going to be my plan. Like I didn't exactly do it how I wanted to in the actual attack, but before I end my turn, I would like to be able to give him some health back.
I think that's legal. Becky, ruling?
bonus action, you can so that's the thing, is my paladin in my other
I think so.
campaign, she doesn't have any cantrips.
Thank you.
So like I don't get freebie spells. I always have to plan the spells that I cast.
Right.
But like I can cast, like she always has create and destroy water prepared because she's a paladin with the Oath of the Open Waves. But if I wanted to take like a bonus action to cast Cure All Wounds, because Cure All Wounds is a bonus action spell, I can do that. So
Okay, yeah, because it says one bonus action is what it's considered.
yeah.
That's what I thought. We have confirmation. Yes, you can do that.
Okay, so it's just creature of your choice that you can see within range. Regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So that
you will have
means...
to peek around that corner in order to see anybody else. But
are you gonna give it to me?
I'll give it. I'll
Okay.
Give it to you.
So that is, and then what is it saying?
No, she definitely just like pulls the pin and blind fire
ability
chucks
modifier. Ability modifier is not the same as spell attack, right?
You're using the D&D Beyond sheet, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to spells, this it should be spells.
Yeah, I'm seeing modifier, spell attack, save.
So it should be the spell attack.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think it's whatever your spell stat modifier is
it's
plus your
saying
proficiency.
that it's just regular modifier, not spell attack.
Oh.
For instance, it says my modifier is 3. If I were to hit the little button that D&D Beyond gives me, it's a D4 plus 3.
That's for the healing. That's for the actual healing you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
they're talking about whether or not you hit your target with the spell, I believe.
Yeah,
or does healing not work that way?
I was trying to figure the spell attack, but I forgot she's not attacking.
What was it, Alex?
Healing word.
So you just point it, right?
Yeah. You just roll a d4 plus 3 and give that many healths.
Cool.
Okay, so you get 7.
What's the word?
Pineapple.
Who gets 7?
You're the only one who's taking damage, I assume you.
You. Asmos. I take pity on the crazy little dwarf man and I give him his health back. He gets 7 points of health.
I'm disappointed
Alex,
it wasn't walnut.
Wonderful.
It is a 1d4 plus that modifier, so whatever that first number is in that spell section.
So for me it would be 3.
Yeah, because it's a bonus action healing. It doesn't require you to like roll to attack because it's not an attack.
Yeah.
It's a bonus healing action, so it's just
got it. So because Asmos is also a connoisseur of the bagpipes, I will play him a lovely song on the bagpipes and give him 7 points of health.
Yes.
And real quick before this resolves, I just want to double check. What's the range on that spell?
60 feet.
Sweet. Here we go. Then it's done, and Asmo's back at full health by my count.
Yeah, it's healing word,
Yes.
not cure wounds or healing touch or whatever the other one is.
Yeah, I want to make sure because this is all
Yeah.
the words are different in
Yeah,
D&D
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finder. It's the same concepts, different
Yep,
words.
yep.
Okay, so I think
I mean
that pretty much
As-
taps Rhapsody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does that mean that Asmos already also has like 2 temp hit points because she gave him 7 back when he
That's-
only lost 5?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think so because I think temporary hit points are a different mechanic. I don't think you can like
Is it, like, a
overheal
different
to
thing?
get temporary HP.
Yeah, I think at level 1 that would be a pretty big deal because then you could just cast it on somebody to give them 7 extra bonus hit points.
Right. Like
Yeah.
before you even walk into the fight.
Which,
Yeah.
hey, why are we doing that anyway?
Well, it's not a mechanic, I don't think. But
Oh.
that does bring us to you, Chris, to Asmo.
Well, see, Asmo has a bunch of handheld weapons, so he's not going to be able to strike it 30 feet in the air.
Not
No.
easily.
So
Not with that
no,
attitude.
I mean, the actions, my range is 20 on both the hand axe and the light hammer, but I do have a longbow. Now I can't get back into range quickly, so my question is I am going to retreat 25 feet. Let me see. The ruler actually works on this map. 25 feet would put me right at the fence line. Oh no, give me the hand.
Does the ruler work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you go across one square, it's 5 feet.
Sick. Cool.
So that makes life super easy. So that is retreating. I don't know if the creature gets an opportunity to attack, and I
because
also would
it's away. It's 30. It's way above you, so it's not
Okay.
close enough to hit you.
Okay, so the second question is that can I use my movement to fall back, and then can I attack with a longbow at disadvantage,
Um,
or is that way too close?
it would take you some time to put your axes away. Even if you threw your axes on the ground, pulled your longbow out to go take a shot, like it would take you.
It would take too much time.
Some part of your turn. So not after you've moved. No. You can now pull your longbow out and prepare to fire on your next turn.
That's what I'll do.
There you go. Then that is it for Asmo, which brings us to.
Don't forget we have Bardic Inspiration.
You have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Might be.
That's true. Manicor's turn.
Might be.
Okay, what the fuck is it doing? It can see all of you guys.
I can add that to damage rolls. Fucking idiot. Damn it.
Seeing Rhapsody poke her head around the corner to do that healing word. He's
And
going to
screaming pineapple.
He's going to fly down and land and very heavily as Rhapsody sees just boom, boom, two huge
shit.
paws land on the
No, thank you.
crumbled wall immediately behind her.
No.
And it, yeah, I gotta stop closing this fucking book. And it, at least I have it bookmarked this time. Is going to need. I can't. Yeah, I'm going to. The one shot. Who cares, right? Does a.
I care.
Barrel roll.
I like this girl.
Does an 18 hit?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's going to be.
Holy shit.
You're not looking at stat blocks, are you?
No, I'm looking at my character sheet. I forgot how fucking frail my dude is.
It's level 1, broski.
Right, but even my level 1 characters I usually build with at least like 15 or 16 AC. My guy's got a 13, dog.
So do I, bro.
Do you remember on Babe? Did you remember on D&D Beyond to equip your?
Yeah, I equipped my armor.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Fools.
It's only leather.
And I only have 5 health.
He's going to lean forward. You only have 5 health total?
Yes.
Dude, most of the shit's gonna one shot.
I know.
Wait till you find out what mine is. Are you gonna kill me immediately?
Why do you think I ran away?
Let's find out.
Does the 8 damage it's doing to you with its bite kill you? Because it has reached forward with its huge maws and chomped right on your dome.
I have 1 HP left after that.
Oh.
So
One.
So it bites, and you feel its jaws on your fucking temples, and it lifts you off the ground and jostles you before throwing you against the wall. Boom! As you fucking slide down and are just barely in control of your own faculties. You are, I will remind you, in a threatened square. I will also remind you that the disengage mechanic exists.
Yes.
And that is going to be, and the Manticore is going to look up at Asmo, who I assume is watching all of this, and with Rhapsody's blood still across his chin, just say,
God damn.
and that's it for him. Brings
God
us
damn.
to Becky.
Dave clearly just wants to murder us all immediately.
Apparently.
It's in the book.
He could have made us like level 5 or something.
That would be a little
That would
much.
then this whole it would set off it's hard at the beginning, but by the time you guys level up, it'll be balanced out. I think it's designed to
If
be
I level up.
extremely difficult at the beginning.
I have a feeling that we'll be okay, babe.
I don't. I can't heal
DM
myself.
doesn't mind killing us, but
I have 5 health.
But DM
I mean,
is obsessed with fairness, and
this is
I
also
will not.
a one shot.
I will
This is supposed to be a one shot.
It is Becky's turn, and she probably does not literally have the strength to talk over us. So we're gonna let her take her turn.
Really don't, thank you. I was just sitting here sipping my tea.
See, we were helping.
I'm just gonna shoot that bitch again.
Shoot that bitch again. Take a shot.
Roll better, computer. Oh my god. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit. It doesn't hit Rhapsody either, for whatever it's worth.
Thank
But
God.
it doesn't hit the Manticore either. As it just sails wide, and you see this is the old remnants of a chimney as it ricochets off the side of the chimney.
Ricochets and then hits the Manticore from the back, right? Right?
Other direction. Shit.
Stupid. Alright, you know what?
She getting serious.
Hold on.
Do
It does suck to have the first 2 things your character ever does is miss twice. Like
seriously.
It's not fun.
That's not the
Especially
first. That's not the first thing she did. She called all of us a bunch of weirdos.
Okay, the first battle action.
Yeah.
The first 2 battle actions.
Yeah. The first meaningful thing she does.
Go. Yeah, I'll take the L for this one, and use the remaining time before my next turn to go through my character sheet and see if I have anything special in here.
Sounds good. I know in Pathfinder Rangers get a little magic, but I don't know at level 1 if you have access to much of that at all.
Yeah, the only thing I have right now is Misty Step because of my Fey heritage, but that won't do me any good at the moment.
Dude, that's
really
fucking
cool.
dope.
That's a really cool fucking thing to start with, though.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's a single use on a short rest though.
Isn't it on a short rest?
Usually it's 1 a day if it's a racial, so that's cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it is. Let me see.
Isn't that like a level 3 spell?
Yeah, it's 2.
Oh wow.
So it's called a Fey Step. Once per short rest,
Oh,
you can
okay.
cast the Misty Step spell.
Huh, that's
which is
cool.
a 2nd level spell.
That's
that makes sense because the Fays are all about that like planar weirdness.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Where are the spells inside of D&D Beyond?
If you had any, they would be
If
among
I
your
had them.
action.
They'd be among the actions.
Yeah, they'd be among actions.
Well, I'm a ranger as well, technically.
But
Are
she
you?
gets it because she's an elf.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, her
Okay.
spell is elf
I don't
based.
think rangers have spell casting abilities.
They do when
Yeah,
you
they don't
get
it at all.
no, when you get to a certain subclass.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
it's a subclass. So like the base class of
Right.
rangers do not have any spell casting.
Yeah.
You can subclass like a sorcerer and like get shit or whatever. And then it also depends on your race. So because of my race, I have spell casting, but only like this Misty Step thing. But yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, rangers get spells at 2nd level potentially.
Yeah. So okay, I'm just gonna stomp my feet on the ground and start cursing in Elvish because I'm annoyed.
That makes sense. But if that's all, that brings us to Jeremy.
Hey Chris, you should look at the Ranger manual because apparently you get 2 first level spells. Spells known of first level or higher. Oh no, that might whatever. Never mind. Do it later.
I don't think so.
No, I misread it. It's after you level up.
Yeah, not on first level.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, is it still on top of the thing?
Yep.
And we've determined it has 40 feet of movement.
You guys don't know how much movement it has.
No, I don't like this.
And your debuff only lasted until your next round, correct?
Right, and because I debuffed it, I debuffed it, and then it only moved 30 feet, so I'm just assuming it has 40 feet, but that doesn't help me anyway. Is it still holding Rhapsody?
No.
I think it let go of me.
It tossed her across the wall, and she splat against it.
Is it still on top of the thing?
Yes, yeah, it's still perched.
Okay. I'm sorry, Asmo, but you're slightly taller than me. I'm gonna try to use Asmo as like a human shield because I'm scared, but I also want to save Rhapsody.
Category medium, and your size category small, so you can use him for at least partial cover.
Are you sure that you want to stand behind the crazy person who now has full health because I was healed?
Yeah.
And I can say that I have more than 8.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay. He's using you as a meat shield because he has 5.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I'm gonna run up, and as I'm running, I'm gonna ruffle around in my pockets for my twig, and I'm gonna say some shit, and then I'm gonna cast a witch bolt on the Manicore.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Is that an attack or is that a dodge?
It's an attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mean kitty.
Definitely misses.
Oh shit, guys, come on.
13.
That misses.
Dicks. Oh, Bark! Damn it.
You can decide. Well, you can decide after, but before you hear the result, I guess.
Well, I said it before you. Did I say it before he said it misses?
I'll give it to you. Use your bardic.
All right, cool.
Because you haven't used it at all yet. Just use it.
Yeah, 1d6.
Yay! That's a 4. So.
Bringing the total to
15. What the fuck did I roll?
You told me 13 the first time.
Well, 13. Okay, yeah, 17.
That will hit.
Yay! God fucking damn it. Okay, that's going to be a D12 lightning damage, and on each of my turns... Oh, that's right! Yeah. It's a continuous attack, so I only have to cast it once.
Ooh.
And then what does it do?
So a beam of crackling blue energy lances out toward a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, which is 1 minute,
yep.
You can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range or if it has total cover from you.
Okay. Cool.
So that's going to be...
So roll your damage.
3 points of damage.
Ugh. You couldn't have hit 12?
I'm sorry! My dice are not liking me today.
I'm dying over here!
And Asmo just sees... What color is the lightning?
It says blue.
What color would you like the lightning to be?
I want it to be purple.
Okay, it's purple.
Yeah.
Purple light. Asmo just sees this like purple lightning, just like from like just off his left side, just like arc in front of him and like make contact with his Manicore as these like blue sparks come flying off him. It turns and like is deadly fixated in your 2 directions. Now that there's this I'm imagining like Kylo Ren's lightsaber, like unstable, crackly style beam, which has connected the 2 of them, which I'm sure Asmo would not be very interested in stepping in. So as a reminder, it's to his left. And
I would prefer it to be on his right since there's an entrance between the fence to his left.
Then it's on your right.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. And he's taking damage. Green turned to look at you guys. Jeremy, would you like to? Are you?
Yeah, no, that's my action. I don't have any bonuses. That's going to be it for me because I moved, and I'm gonna cast the witch bolt, and I'm gonna say I'm really sorry. Please don't step in this to Asmo as I cast it. That'll be it.
Sweet.
Lord.
Love it. Brings us to Alex or Rhapsody.
Well, can I even move? Because I am on the brink of death.
So
So
you can use.
there's an action you can take called Disengage. And what that
Right.
does is you can't attack anything. It's your
Right.
action. But you still have your movement, and your movement no longer provokes attacks of opportunity.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna disengage.
Okay.
Would she
And
not?
I am
would she-
going to
Would she not be able
scramble
to use a
away.
bonus action?
I actually have no idea if Disengage is bonus or not. I
No,
know
no.
I know how.
No, I think it's a full
I don't
action.
think
But
it
if she
is.
had like a bonus action spell, could she use that afterwards?
My only bonus
Yeah.
action spell is Healing Word, and I can't
Ah.
use it on myself.
Use
so
it
I
on the
will
sky
disengage.
above you, so it rains down on you.
I don't think that's a thing that can happen. And I was searching through my pockets desperately for a healing potion, but I don't have one. So I am going to scramble away.
Scurry.
Maybe I'll hide in the building. Yeah, I'm gonna
The
go.
door is mostly open, but
Shit.
not 100%. And he was pretty well through it, but the door, there is a very broken door still standing.
Can I open it?
You'll have to move there to try it first.
Okay. I did it. I would like to try and open the door so I can get inside.
Use your lock-picking dice.
It's locked because it was locked to keep the mana core out. However, there is a hole in it, probably large enough to get your arm through.
Okay. So, I would like to stick my arm through the hole and unlatch it so that I can open it and then shut it behind myself and lock it again.
Please roll me a general dexterity check.
Okay. That's just a D20 with the Dex mod, right?
That is it. That is
Okay.
it. Got to be at least a little dexterous to like get your arm and blind to go find a latch and do it upside down.
How about a 9?
A 9 does not, unfortunately. It's not super difficult to do. I thought 10 was a pretty modest DC. But so fumbling around, she finds the latch, but just can't operate it upside down. Her thumb doesn't move that way. And
And I frantically hope that the lady inside will help me.
You can hope, but talking is always free.
Please let me in.
Please, I am dying. Please help me. Let me in.
And
Please
you hear
let me in.
you hear the sound through the door. You hear the sound of a distant sound of a hatch opening up and soft but fast footsteps. But before the end of your turn, she does not get there.
Oh, God damn it! I'm gonna die.
Let's hope the mana core is focused on me.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Only
sit
20 feet
here.
of movement. You have another 10 if you want to use it, but
yeah, run deeper. Oh no, you can't.
that's up to you.
Fuck.
I need to.
Stop doing that.
I need to hope.
Hide in the chimney.
lady.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll hide in the fireplace. I am hiding in the fireplace. I really don't want to die.
Cool. Sounds great. Go ahead
All
and
of
roll
this
me a
fucking
hide check
money.
while you're, or a stealth check.
A
See
stealth check.
how well you are hiding yourself there.
Let the dice be good.
That one's a little better. Stealth. That's a 17.
Sounds great.
Where was that when I was trying to open the door?
Waiting for your hide.
I believe that pretty much taps Rhapsody out,
That's
which
it for
brings
me.
us to Asmo.
Asmo, seeing Seeing that it attacked her, it bit her head. You didn't have my walnut! And he's gonna run around the backside. So I'm gonna make sure that it loads there, so that I'm not running directly in the path of the beam. And I'm gonna assume that I can get here without crossing that beam. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Now, yes, absolutely. You being conscious of it is all that it takes. Simply
Yeah.
saying, I go here is what gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're good. You're good.
And then he's going to viciously attack with a hand axe, which I get. Oh, it's not bad. 17.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I do. Come on. 5 damage.
5 damage is
Can we
great
kill this
as
thing
you
already?
cleave into it, and it shrieks in pain and changes its focus from this tiny owl creature, which this beam is erupting from, to yourself. But he's still standing there. Would you like to take your bonus action?
I'd like to take my bonus action and hit it with the hammer.
Another attack roll, please. But remember, this one's just flat.
Oh, flat. That's right. That would be a 19 then.
That's still gonna hit. Yeah.
You and he does 6 damage with a hammer.
All right. That is some solid damage as
There is.
it begins to shriek, and for the first time in this encounter, it begins to look around and not directly at any of you.
Oh, thank
Uh-oh.
God. Oh no. Durgan. Durgan.
I don't want to know what it's looking at.
Durgan.
Is that all?
Jeremy, before we end my turn, Jeremy, do you get to roll that D12 for the electric damage on my turn?
No, on my turn.
Yeah.
Only on yours.
Yep.
Okay. So I think that is about it for mine.
That does bring us to him,
No.
which
Better hope he rolls low, Chris.
It just is what it is.
he's going to. With a cat-like,
Oh no.
with
no.
like a cat-like element, right? Because now it's agitated, and yeah, buddy, they're fighting the Manticore. There's 4 of them though, and there were only 2 of you guys on Wednesday, so they're doing a little better. They're not having a they're still having a tough time, but they have a cat.
I'm almost dead.
They have a caster. But its tail is swishing around like an angry cat. And Wen sees that the Manticore has looked up, made eye contact with it, and that tail comes and flicks around, which has these quills all attached to the end of it. And the tail stops short, and the quills continue and fly in the direction of Wen.
No.
And he performs a ranged attack.
No.
Oh God. Not the owl
Pointy
boy.
kitty.
No.
And he rolled above a 20. So
Oh God.
not a natural 20, but above a 20 when all is said and done.
I'm so down. I'm so down.
He's going to then deal.
You can use the bardic on a saving throw.
Yeah, but that's only if he needs to use a saving throw, which he hasn't had the opportunity to do yet.
That's true.
Above a 20? Fuck. No, I have shield as a reaction spell. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, I have shield as a reaction spell, but it's only a +5 to AC. I'm still under 20.
Yeah, I'm real sorry, bud. He's going to do 7 points of damage.
And I'm down.
No.
I'm down.
And then the arc drops, presumably.
Yes.
With you. And he's going to look around and then attempts to fly up, which means that Asmo gets to decide if he wants to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he does. He
Go
does
for it.
the owl thing. What do we need to roll?
D20 plus your weapon modifier.
You got it. Oh, that's a good one. I got a 19.
Roll your damage.
So damage is going to be 8.
Nice.
Damn, Asmo's a fucking tank right now.
I know, as you fucking cleave into this thing, and it awkwardly the flight pattern is not as smooth as it was the first time it took off, and this is obviously a much more laborious process to get it in the air. And as it at you, there's more of a I don't know how to describe it other than a scaredy cat kind of vibe behind
Whimpering
it.
fear.
As he flies 10 feet up in the air and then
Oh, we got you frozen.
No, he's thinking
No,
quietly.
yeah,
Okay.
he's reading / thinking.
goes over to Wen, grips him in
Oh
his
no!
paws, and then begins the process of beating his wings to leave again. But
Somebody stop him!
that's all of his movement, so he's done. Which
No!
brings us to the lady in the house.
Thank you.
So
Rhapsody,
the
heal
door,
me.
the door from behind the door. I don't see anyone. Do you still need help?
I do! Help me! Can I
Did you
climb
hear-
out from the chimney when it's not my turn?
No, but you can poke your head
Okay.
out. And I'm here.
Okay. I'm over here, please!
And you hear as she unlocks the door and it opens just a crack. And she says, "Come up the stairs quickly as soon as you're in." And then you hear receding footsteps as she, runs, or the ladder. Go climb the ladder when you're inside. And then you hear receding footsteps, and she's
Okay.
gone. She can't hear you anymore anyway, so you're all good.
Oh God.
And then it was him. So then it's Becky.
Sweet.
Becky, stop him from taking the owl.
Well, you guess what I'm gonna fucking do is I'm gonna shoot that bitch with my arrow.
Fucking do it.
And I'm gonna think. God, okay, I got a 19 to hit.
Thank you.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Preferably that it hits the manicore and not me.
Ooh, 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bigger than you and covering you, so yeah, it's for sure gonna hit. Manicore instead of you. And this Manicore lets out a shriek of pain as that bolt lands very solidly, not in the wing, but in the bone part of the arm that supports
Ugh.
the wing, and you see it come through the other side, and you can just see half an arrow just wedged in the
Yeah.
wing, which is now basically lame. But he's still standing.
Oh God.
But is he still in the air, or did he come crashing down?
He's on the ground now for sure. Yeah, he's not
Do-
able. Well,
do I have-
he wasn't able. He was trying to get back up with you because he had to come down to get you, and
Okay.
his up, over, and down was all of his movement.
Okay.
So he got to grip you, and now he's trying to get up, and that's going to affect his ability to fly.
Got it.
But he's still there.
Just want to make sure he didn't land on top of me.
I mean, kinda, but that successful shot is going to any kind of grip he had on you. He's for
Right.
sure lost at this point.
Cool.
Becky, you still have a movement?
I do still have a movement, but I think I'm still gonna remain back here because that gives me better advantage on my shots.
Then that brings us to Jeremy himself. Time to start rolling some saves, bud.
Yeah, okay.
Whimpering.
Oh, thank God. That's is it just a straight D20, or do I add my con?
That's a good question.
I don't remember. I think it passes regardless. I rolled a 15.
That passes, yeah. So that's one success.
One success. And I end my turn.
And I am my turn.
As I am currently fucking unconscious.
I think they're just straight. Yeah, I think they're just straight. Do not use an ability score modifier. No.
Got it.
Not.
Cool.
But you're good. You got one. You got one success.
Great success.
That's it for Asmo.
Bad.
No, not for Asmo. That's it for Wen. Juan.
Yeah.
I can do things. Brings us back to the top with Rhapsody.
Okay. I will immediately Okay. Let me think.
Should have been thinking during our turns.
I know.
Run into the house. She unlocked it for you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I can actually heal you when you have 0, but I can't technically see you because you're on the other side of a wall. So, sorry, you're on your own.
You can heal me. It would effectively just bring me back up to
Run
1.
in a house and then...
What if you went down and would you have enough movement to go down, do that?
No,
and
he
then
was
continue
within
moving?
range, but I couldn't...
You have to have eyesight. You have to move to at least
yeah.
this point to be able to see him.
That's what I'm saying. Do you have enough movement to run over here, cast the healing spell, and then run into the house?
10. That's 15 feet of movement, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. No, sorry. So 15 back. So no, she'd only get back to about here.
She'd be like right in front of the
sorry.
door. Nah.
I have abandoned you. I have gone inside, and she said to go upstairs.
Did you lock the door?
As you push through the door,
Yeah.
you know, I know you're not really looking around, but the obvious features, you know, there's a big post going through the middle of this room that's like the mill part that actually grinds the wheat. You know, there's a few tables and a small like hearth kitchen area, but you're looking for the ladder, which you immediately see to your right, which I assuming you're just booking straight for it. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. 30 feet puts you at the base of the ladder. For one of your movements, but if you're not attacking anything, you can take the dash action and go another 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go up to the second floor like the lady told me, which is up here.
Yes. So the ladder is straight up. It's considered difficult terrain. It's a 10-foot ladder, so it counts for 20 feet. You still have 10 feet of movement, which basically lets you put yourself anywhere you want in the second story. No big deal. You in front of you is a woman who has a description, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is. And she is frightened, incredibly terrified. She sees, and as soon as she sees you come up, she's like sitting there, like right by the hatch. And the second you're through, she like lets the hatch slam shut, and she latches it, and just like looks at you and like just looks you up and down. You're in rough shape.
I got bit in the face. Do you have anything that maybe could help me? I don't want to die.
So I might have something just like that. And she is like rummaging around on her person, but it's not her turn yet, so you gotta wait.
Okay. I hate that she has her own turn. I just want her to heal me.
She looks like a generic fantasy NPC.
Like a generic fantasy.
She looks like a midwife. I don't know.
That's what
her hands don't open. She doesn't actually have appendages. She's like, I'm sure I have something.
Alex, I think that pretty much taps you out.
Starts walking.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That brings us to Asmo.
Asmo, furious that he just watched his owl friend. He's injured. He's gonna run back again as it's on the ground. It's taking its hits, which is, let's see, I've got, looks like 15 feet of my 25.
Yep.
And he is going to try to attack with his hand axe.
Okay, sounds good.
You hear my voice echo in the depths of your mind. Remember the feather.
12 did not hit, unfortunately.
Asmo's so angry that he trips over himself and pulls himself back up. Can he use his bonus action for the other attack?
I've been letting you do that this whole time. I don't see why not.
I'm always asking because I have a horrible memory.
That's all good.
Let's see. Let's use the real dice.
Remember the feather.
Oh, a nat 20.
Yes! The feather, baby!
So that's your damage die doubled.
And I have a D4. I rolled a 4 plus the 2 damage modifier makes it 6. That's 12 damage.
Yeah, buddy.
How would you like the mana core to die?
Yes!
So, Asmo hitting him with his hammer, he's like,
just losing his shit.
And basically, just in a fit of rage, beats its little human-esque face into a pudding in front of it. And then immediately after, he's going to rush over to Wan and be like,
You can resuscitate me. I think that's a thing.
Can I resuscitate?
Is there a heal skill that you have? I know that's what it's tied to.
I don't. Let me find out real quick.
You could try a medicine check.
I do have +4 to medicine. Do we want to try a medicine?
Hey.
Yeah, roll
Well,
medicine check. Roll medicine
Let's
check.
do it. Oh, it was on 13 until it rolled to 5, so you get a 9.
dicks.
He's not very good at medicine, apparently.
Nope, just under the DC required to stabilize, unfortunately.
He's gonna try to put the feather back in Juan.
I don't have as high a proficiency, but can I run over and try a medicine check on him?
Absolutely, especially seeing this crazy dwarf like trying to stuff feathers back into Wen.
You must complete the owl to bring him back to life.
Okay,
God.
I have rolled a 14.
That is enough to stabilize him. Jeremy, you no longer need to roll death saving throws.
Sweet
You
fucking
are
Jesus.
at 1 hit point and merely unconscious.
Yeah.
I turn to Asma and be like, "Hey, all right, you grab. Maybe that won't work because you're like 4 feet tall and I'm 6 feet tall, and can I just scoop one up because
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
I-
large?
I weigh 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like push Asmo back because he's still trying to stuff this feather back in this owl, and I'm just gonna scoop this tiny little owl up and walk him into the or like walk over to the tower and like, pound on the door with my foot.
And it just, I mean, it's already, you can walk up, you don't have to pound on the door because it's open from when
Yeah, I never closed it and I
Rhapsody
never locked it.
went through it. So
God.
it's sitting wide open.
Cool.
And I
I'm
was
just gonna walk through
panicking.
that door
The worst.
with my dying owl friend, owl
You
coworker in my arms.
two are greeted by
Nope,
the big grinding wheel and the post going through the center of the room. A couple of tables, a hearth, and a ladder with a closed hatch at the top.
You
Asmo's
said friend.
gonna
I heard you
follow
say
wherever they
friend.
go, just for clarity.
I'm
What's
gonna
that?
turn into
Oh, you're following?
Asmo, go up the ladder and get the midwife and bring her down here so that we can heal one.
Yes, of course.
And me.
And I'm going to go up there. I won't move the
You're
token, but I'm going
fine.
to come up and be like, "Horny lady."
Horny.
You get
Lord.
up to the top of the stairs and go to open the hatch and boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that's right.
It's locked. But real quick before you get there, Rhapsody was in the room with Adabra, who had just produced a potion of healing and handed it to her and said, "You really look like you could use a pick me up."
Yes, thank you.
We're
I will
both
immediately
at 1
chug
HP.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rhapsody gets through, her potion, and just finishes swallowing the last bit of it when dope, dope, dope from the trap door. Asmo, are you
Horny
gonna say anything?
lady, come down quick. The soft thing is hurting.
I'm not with them. I don't know them.
I
We're
put
not friends.
feathers back. And
Whoa,
it didn't help,
whoa.
but I put feathers back. They're soft. They're really soft.
Listen, just ignore them. Maybe they'll go away.
Bitch.
And she's saying that he really sounds like he needs help, and that creature was nasty. I think I'm gonna go help.
I
And she,
know.
makes
I
her way
hit
over
it with
to
a
the
witch
on my
bolt.
head.
I hit it with a
Like,
witch bolt to
unlatching
try to save you. I distracted it so you could get to safety.
How much health did I get from that health potion?
It's oh shit. I don't know. It's a potion of healing. Whatever those fucking do.
Okay.
I mean, we're level 1, probably full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
2d4 plus 2 hit points. That's what I have here.
Am I rolling or yeah?
You roll. Yeah, you roll.
Because you took the potion.
2d4 plus what?
2.
2. I got 7, so I'm at 8.
There you go. And Asmo sees the hatch fly open, and the face of an elderly woman with dark hair with streaks of gray in it. She looks and she kind of like looks past you and sees Wen and says, "Oh my!" She's move, and starts like climbing down the ladder on top of you. Just move as she is making her way down.
I'll turn around and like place one on one of the tables. I'll just like move all the shit off of it and put him down on the table.
Sounds good. Asma, are you getting out of her way, or are you?
And I
Yeah.
guess I'll follow her down the ladder.
I'm running over. I wanna be by the soft owly creature.
I've gone down the ladder. I am now on the main floor.
And she says, back up, please, please, please. And she picks up Wen's head gingerly and produces another vial and, pours the fluid in his mouth, holds his head up, and he can take the benefits of a potion of healing and regain consciousness.
Yay! 1d4 plus 2 is gonna be almost my max without. Good fucking lord! I rolled 2 1s. Actually, I think that's still my max. 2 1s. Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4. Yeah, I'm at max health now.
You had 1.
Because I had 1.
Wait, you're 5? I thought you were 6.
No, he's 5.
No, 5.
Oh.
He had 6 damage done to him. No,
Oh, I thought
7.
I was gonna say it was more than that.
We got to get you some more health points, buddy.
Well, you guys, I can level up your characters because you leveled up. Congratulations.
Hey!
Yay!
And kind of while you're fucking with shit, Adabra is going to look at you all and say, and like she's gonna sigh with relief when Wen begins to regain consciousness. Say, good, we got to him in time. 5 hit points, Andres. That's starting hit points. 5 hit points. Yeah.
Because my starting HP is 1d6 plus my Constitution. My Constitution is a +2, and I rolled a 3.
So your first level, don't you get your full hit die automatically?
Hit
Yeah, I
points
thought
at
so.
first level. Oh, motherfucker, you're so right.
Yeah, your first level, you get your full hit die, which would be
I can't fucking believe I
I'm
forgot
not
that.
changing my narrative. You definitely got dropped in that
Yeah,
battle.
no.
This thing definitely saved you.
100%, because I've
But,
never been on an adventure. Yeah, absolutely.
But go ahead and in your level up, go ahead and just add. We'll call the roll you rolled as your second level roll, and you can just add a full 6 for your level this time around to even it out.
Right.
It's very fortunate you all came around when you did. I don't know what I would have done. And she says, well, and she's like looks at Wen and at Rhapsody and says, I probably would have ended up something like the two of you.
Oh.
3 more health. Yay!
I think I might have the most health out of everyone right now.
The ranger
What is
thing.
yours?
20.
I have 15 now. Now that I leveled up.
Sitting at a clean 14.
Clean 14.
Good fucking lord.
I also got some level 2 spells.
I
Alright.
got to learn some spells too. Chris, you should have spells.
I did. I added them.
Woo!
Cool.
I now know
Stuff.
There we go. Now I've got a spells tab. I have animal friendship and beast bond.
There you go.
I picked Cure Wounds and Hunter's Mark because we're all clearly very stupid and need the health.
Good that somebody can cast a healing spell, and there's 2 of you now, so that's even better.
No, I have one now, but I can't seem to find it.
I mean, you were just casting a healing word, right?
No. I got a. Where is it?
You got like a heal minor wounds or something.
Well, no, I got It coincides with a short rest. It's Hold on, let me go back.
On your character sheet, go into features and traits and scroll.
Oh, is that where it would be?
Down a little bit, yeah. Because like my Misty Step is a racial trait, so I can see it here with Fae Step. So if you picked it because of your class, it'll.
No, I just unlocked it automatically. So it's Song of Rest. So it's if you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
You spend your hit dice when you're not resting. So you could like, if everybody needs to take a rest and spend some hit die, which I don't know if we've even gone over yet. Do you guys know?
No,
Okay.
spending hit die.
So basically,
Yeah.
when you rest, when you take a long rest, you get all your hit points back, and you just slept it off and are feeling better the next day. When you take a short rest, you can do what's called spending a hit dice. And that's the reason why on your character sheets you have a section that says hit dice. And so what that is every time you get a level, you get another hit die. So right now you guys are level 2, so you have 2 hit dice. So you could take a short rest right now and say, before we go back to town, we're gonna take an hour. We're just gonna hang out here at the windmill and we're gonna chill. You could then each say, okay, Jeremy has a D6. Asmo probably has a D8. He can say, okay, I'm gonna spend one or 2 of my hit die, because you guys have 2 because you're level 2. You roll those 2 dice and you gain that many hit points back during your short rest. No potions, no nothing required. The kicker is that you only gain back half of your total hit dice on a short rest. So if you use both of them right now and you're like, shit, I'm hurting, I'm gonna roll both my hit dice, then you'd sleep tonight and you'd get one of them back. And then you could use one the next day, or if you didn't use it at all and you slept again, you'd get your other one back.
Okay. So I guess then the thingy that I have.
We'll
So-
let you, so you don't have to take the hour. You could just be like,
Yeah.
you could like be mid dungeon in a room, have like a second for a breather, be like, no, and then everybody just like rolls hit die, and they're like, cool, we all healed, and like you can keep going.
You went straight to Deliverance? Really?
Yeah, well, no, and they get an extra 1d6 of hit points on top of the hit dice that they spend.
Sick. So yeah, so then if they basically if their hit dice will heal them, and that's the real thing. So then if the hit dice heal them for more than their health, they can keep up to 6 of those hit points with your spell. Yeah.
So,
one of the things I was just reading when I was upgrading, it says 2 weapons fighting when it's a bonus action. Not like everyone's capable of 2 weapon fighting, but when it's used as a bonus action, it says you get to use your hit modifier on the second dice.
But not your proficiency modifier then.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So then next time you take a bonus action attack, you're going to take whatever your weapon thing is, not whatever your weapon thing is, and your proficiency, which honestly, because you're doing it all pre-calculated, you'll probably have to mentally subtract your proficiency bonus of 2 off of whatever your thing to hit is. So anyway, so bringing us back. You guys are in this windmill. This woman is extremely grateful to you, saying, "Oh, well, it's really great you guys all came when you did. I might have ended up a little worse for wear if you hadn't. I am a little out here. Did you stumble upon my windmill by accident?"
No, we hunted you down.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa.
no.
No, we took a job off of a job board where shit's bad out there. It was bad here too, apparently.
Really? Absolutely. It's bad. I'll say it's bad.
You should really come with us back to town. Is the whole reason we're here, not because we're hunting you down.
There
There
was a bulletin board in town that said that you might need help and that there might be a dragon in the area. And if that's true, we should probably get out.
Yeah.
At first looks like offended and kind of like puffs herself up and says, "Well, I certainly don't need any help. I have taken care of myself for quite a while now." And then she kind of like blinks and like remembers what just happened in the last hour. And she says, "But perhaps I will allow you all to escort me to town." She says, "I just need a moment to gather some items." And she goes through and she starts like picking through all of her belongings, and she comes through and she says, "Well," and after she's done, she's got like a small satchel and a couple of personal items, and she pulls a bag out, which you all hear glass clanking inside, and she says, "Well, I did have to use a few of these, so," and she starts handing out potions of healing, and she gives 2 to Asmo and to Sybil, and only 1 apiece to Juan and Rhapsody. And says, I would have liked to given you more, but well, I already did, I guess.
I
So
mean,
you
much
guys,
appreciated.
so you guys can add 1 apiece, Jeremy and Alex, and 2 apiece, Becky and Chris, potions of healing to your inventory.
Is it minor healing
Thank
or
you.
just regular?
I don't know, the 2d4 one, whatever that is.
Yeah,
Healer.
yeah, it's just potion
Thank
of
you
healing.
very much, ma'am. What is your name?
She says, I am Adabra Gwen. I have been the
That's right.
midwife for the town of Fandalen for the last, and she like stops to think about it, decade and a half or so. She says, I live out here where away from the bustle of town and closer to where I pick my flowers and herbs for these potions.
Well, we do appreciate your help with these potions and
Saving our
helping-
life.
yeah, and helping Rhapsody and myself. But for the time being, I think we should get to a more populous area.
She says, I think you might be right. And she, walks to the door and turns around and takes like a long, sad look at her lighthouse. Takes a deep breath and
Windmill.
windmill. Okay, I think we should go. And just turns quickly and like walks out the door and starts heading up the road towards town.
Don't worry, there's nothing that says you can't ever come back. I'm sure we can find some solution to everyone's troubles.
She wipes a tear from her
Any of the
eye.
other monsters?
And I'm just gonna pat Juan on the head. You're so cute. So
If any of the other monsters want to
I
come
don't-
around, they'll see that we bludgeoned that creature outside, and they'll probably run.
I don't know what this we business is.
I hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, you did. There's hammer marks and arrow marks. That's about it. I singed it a little bit, but it was mostly you and
I
Sybil.
mean,
It was a mean
I'm gonna
kitty.
pick my dagger up out of its chest before we leave, because I only have one.
Good
So I
call.
will be taking that back.
That's a very important distinction to make before
Uh-huh.
you leave.
Am I keeping track of arrows?
Yeah. I mean, on your honor.
Alrighty.
Adabra, how resourceful might you be in the wild?
She says, resourceful enough to know the good herbs from the bad, I suppose.
That's important.
Okay, we'll escort you to town then.
I would greatly appreciate that.
I was hoping you might be able to help us rescue some dwarves in the mine over yonder. But if you're not a combatant, I wouldn't want to put you in unnecessary danger.
No, let's get her back to town. There's no reason to take her to the mines or anywhere near a dragon.
She's going to gesture towards the dead manticore and say, you lot look pretty capable to me.
Yeah, I turn and I walk out the door and I kind of put like a hand on her back and push her forward a little bit and say, come on, let's get you back to town where it's safer.
And if you guys are heading back to town, you are able to do so undisturbed.
Yeah.
And are back in Fandalen.
Whoa! Hey, look at us!
Whoa!
Look at us!
And at this point, it is the late hours of the day. You guys have spent from the your early morning hours getting to the windmill, your afternoon fighting the manticore, and your evening getting back to town here. Lamp lights are on and shining, and the quote unquote hustle and bustle of nightlife has begun, which is really just, some noise coming out of the inn.
I think we should probably rest up for the trip tomorrow. It would
We
seem
should find
unwise.
the town head and get our reward.
Yeah, we should bring her to the town head, get the money,
Oh, I kind of
and then
assumed
figure
we
out what
did
to do
that,
from
but
there.
okay. Yeah, let's go do that.
She says, I'm quite tired. As long as we can make it quick.
And we have to prove that we brought you back to get the money.
My other campaign let her go to the
I
tavern
was gonna
first,
say,
and they had to
yeah.
go back and get her. So that's a good.
You fucking
Oh, good
asshole.
job.
I love
Yeah,
it.
let's
That's a
walk
good
over.
call.
So there are instructions to his home on the board, and you know that he is just around the corner from the town master's hall. And before
Harbin
you
West.
stands a nice house, but this is not a nobleman's house. This house is, it's not as dirty, and the timber is a little newer, and it's got a fresh coat of paint compared to some of the other houses, but it's just nice. It's not like it's not gilded or anything.
It's quaint.
It's quaint. There you go.
I'll go up and knock on the door.
I'm gonna try to knock on the door, but my feathers are just too quiet and they don't do anything.
After
I'm just gonna look down at him with like disgust on my face.
Damn.
I've got a hammer if you need something harder to knock
Put
with.
the hammer away,
Everyone
tiny man.
else back up.
Okay.
Listen
Simple.
here, honey.
Simple has knocked on the door. So from the other side of the door, you hear a voice which comes out that says, "If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and much too bony to make a good meal. You best find someone else."
Dragon wouldn't knock on your door.
Do you really think that a dragon would knock on the door?
I knocked the door over.
You will do no such thing.
Open up. We've brought the midwife back.
And Adabra says, "Yes, they were kind enough to come find me. Thank you for sending them, Harbin." And he says, "Yeah, of course. I'm glad that you're safe." And she turns to the rest of you and says, "Satisfied?"
Yes. Go to the inn
Would,
and take a
would
rest.
you care to open the door now?
Oh, absolutely not! Absolutely not!
You owe us
Can I try to
gold,
like
Town
charm him
Master.
and persuade him to open the door
Actually,
with my honeyed words?
real quick, is there a chimney?
There is, but it's one of those chimneys that has the
lid thing on it?
ceramic milk bottles at the top,
Oh,
like-
yeah. Okay.
little funnel things.
We've got Dick Van Dyke cleaning one out off in the distance.
Hush.
But you hear from the other side, "Oh, I suppose I do." And you hear some rustling, and then a scraping sound. And you look, and at the bottom of the door, a single gold coin has slid out. And
Hey. That's
Your
not what the
sign
board
says
said.
50.
no, and then a second gold coin.
Oh,
And then
God.
a
Giving
third
them one.
gold
Bitch.
You
coin.
owe each of
And
us
then a fourth
50. Are you going to do this
gold
one
coin.
at a time?
Harbin, just open up. There's no
Want to get
danger.
paid or not? A fourth
There's
coin
no-
slides under.
Can I
Danger.
please
It's
persuade
gold.
him to open the door? I would really like to
could
try and
send me
persuade
Sing
him.
sing a
I'm
song.
pretty good at persuading people to give me
Asmo,
money.
shut up.
A good DM will never let his players roll where there's no chance of success. I'm very sorry, Alex.
Oh.
Bang on the door again and say, "There's no danger. Just open up and give us the gold in one go."
All right, there
At
is
this
no
point, I
danger.
would-
Safely behind in my home. 14th piece.
If you would
15th piece.
like,
Someone break the door,
Yeah.
please. At this
are
point.
you sure there's no danger behind your door?
I'm quite positive, thank you. 18th
All right,
piece,
Asmo, break the door
19th piece,
down.
20th
Yeah.
piece.
This is my favorite part. And Asmo's gonna take out his hammer and he's just gonna start like singing some song that nobody else has ever heard, but clearly is like common. Like, he break the door.
At the first, are you striking the door?
Yes, right at the hinge.
Roll me a d20 for an attack roll. But regardless of the outcome, this is a very obvious motion, and very loud motion. And as the poof, and then inside the
Rhapsody,
house,
Bardic Inspiration.
villagers start coming out of their
Oh.
homes.
But I can
So-
only give it to one of you.
And they see this happening. Go ahead and give me the result you roll, please, Chris.
19.
Oh, no.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
Okay,
It's not very hard to hit.
D20 or let's do the light hammer.
Whatever weapon you're
Yeah.
swinging.
That'd be 5.
5 damage, great. It's not quite enough to break down a door, but I will keep track of that. And with the first strike, Doors fly open. Villagers look, and you say, "Oi, they're open!" And then different villagers start showing up. Some have pitchforks. Some have
Okay, I need to
short
distract.
swords.
I
Some
absolutely
have-
need to distract.
And
What do I need to
it's at
do?
first it's 2 or 3, and then it's 6, and then it's 12.
Do I need to do a performance check
friends.
right now? I will put on the best bard show you have ever seen in your life.
And Harbin's just
Alright.
screaming inside the
I
door.
will try.
They're attacking me! They're attacking me! And the villagers are now forming a semicircle around you guys on the.
Panic.
Now,
Panic.
folks, this
I'm
does
panicked.
seem rather incriminating, but we are just owed some money by this gentleman, and he is refusing to pay in a reasonable amount of time. Rather
Knocking
than
on the door with
opening
him?
the door
I
and
rolled at the
giving,
bottom of the door and says, "Looks like he's paying you. That's how Harbin pays people.
right,
One
but
coin at a time?
It's
This is how
money
I
all
knock
the
on
same.
doors.
Who
yes,
the hell tries to break down a door to receive payment that they're already receiving faster? Who are you, monsters?
we're trying to
Not
get
evil
out of
Evil
here.
people.
We're trying to get out of here in a reasonable amount of time so that we can next go save the dwarves at the mines. If we have to sit here waiting for payment, then it's more chance of them dying next.
We don't care about them. We care about Harbin. Looks like you're trying to kill him. Why should we believe you? Yes, they were attacking me. They were. I was paying them. And they attacked me completely out of for no reason.
I can give you 2 reasons why you should believe us. 1, we're not attacking you. And 2, we only attacked his door, not him.
He was knocking.
Wait, what was that? I actually didn't hear.
I was
I
knocking.
was knocking with a hammer.
One of the villagers looks at you and says, "That's called breaking and entering." And the other villager looks at
I call it fun.
We never entered.
only because you. And then Harbin from the inside, only because you were stopped.
We can continue if you'd like, Harbin.
Now,
All the villagers
everybody,
raise their arms and say,
let's-
we would have
let's
something
be
to say
calm.
about
Let's be calm here. Asmo, put the hammer down, and for the love of everything, shut your mouth.
Okay.
Thank you. Folks, there's nothing. We're not trying to kill anybody. We just want to get our money all at once so that we can go on to the next task and maybe help fortify your town a little bit.
We're low on money. You could call us special
Asmo, I
needs.
said shut your mouth.
God fucking damn it.
Thank you.
The villagers who now this dozen folks has grown into an outright throng of individuals. Damn near the whole town is out here because the inn is just around the corner. It is not that far away. And there are these folks out here who are looking at you all, and they somebody comes through and says, those hold on. They have names. The dwarves are my cousins they're trying to save, and I think we should cut them a little slack. And everybody's, shut up, Bill. You know what the fuck you're talking about.
I like Bill. Bill, come here. Say more things, Bill. Tell us about your cousins.
Bill
They're
seems
next
like a
on our
stand-up
list.
guy.
Come on, everyone loves dwarf miners.
Asmo, shut up.
Okay.
And at this point, a tall and slender elvish woman in the robes of Ayamunde, the goddess of justice, steps forward, and the throng of people part to make room for her as she comes through. And there's some yelling and some cursing, and she raises her hand, and the crowd falls silent, and she looks at you and says in a very calm voice, "Did you mean Harbin any ill will?
Absolutely not.
Do not lie to me."
Absolutely not.
Can I speak to her in Elvish
Oh.
and try to like bond over our race and just essentially tell her like we saved the midwife from a manicore and we're bringing her back per Harbin's request on the town board. We wanted to get our money as fast as we could. to go back out and save the dwarves. As you can see, this ragtag group of people that I have found myself in the company in aren't very good with people. He meant him no harm. He thought he was knocking with a hammer because he's not used to being around folks. We are very sorry for all of the trouble that we've caused the town.
So not used to it.
Just
Hammer
very like
fix things.
elvish and proper.
She nods at you, looks the group over, looks past the group, waves her hand, and casts mending on the door, which immediately the spot in which the crater from the axe just mends itself back together and the wood is back in pristine shape. And she raises an eyebrow and says, I would encourage you all to find more patience in your dealings with Harbin in the future. I cannot guarantee I will be able to save you a second time.
I'll make sure that I keep them in check as we continue helping this town.
She turns around and says, go, back to your homes, back to your jobs. Enjoy your evening, folks. She says, the villagers speak the truth. And in this, they speak the truth. It like resonates, and you watch like a wave go through this crowd of like disbelief. Like, they can't be. Are you sure? And they just kind of like, there's some disbelief, some muttering, and then like the people at the very back of the crowd, break off. And by the time all is said and done, this is a very busy street still. Some people have only walked like 20, 30 feet off and are still like shouldering their weapons, like definitely eyeing you guys. But the crowd is like beginning the process of dispersing. And she turns to you all and says, you can find me at my church if you need to speak with me again.
Nod my head
Thank
and
you.
say, thank you, milady.
I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm just gonna ask, and who might you be?
She says, I am Maru.
Already introduced herself.
Well, she just said she gave you her job, not her name. She says, I am Maru. She says, who might all of you be?
My name is Juan. I'm a seeker of knowledge.
I'm Asmodeus Reginald Dwarfenstein the Ninth. I'm crazy.
God damn it.
Of course you are.
And I'm Rhapsody. I'm a bard, a simple bard. Just trying to get paid for the job that I've done.
And I am
I'm gonna bow in her presence.
Gold coins are like being slid under the door behind you guys as this conversation is happening. And you can hear them
smile through it.
clank as they're hitting each other as they're, going under the door. I'm sorry, there's one more of you left, I think.
I am Sybil of the whatever town I'm from. My brain didn't go that far.
No, that's fine. And she nods to all of you and says, best of luck in your endeavors. And then she looks at Asmo specifically, and says, peace be with you.
You're gonna need it.
And she turns around and walks away.
Maru, before you leave.
No, go ahead, yeah.
Is there any knowledge that you might be able to share with me?
She will tell you, she will assume this is in the same spirit as most of the folks who roll through town, which is just like any kind of general information, tips, that kind of stuff. So
I definitely don't have any like specific knowledge I'm looking for. I'm just looking for knowledge.
Yep, she's going to tell you, she's like, well, I can tell you that Falcon's Hunting Lodge is the only safe haven in Neverwinter Wood. It lies deep in the forest along the river's edge, and wealthy nobles venture there to hunt while under Falcon's protection. Falcon is a retired veteran of many fierce wars, and it's said he'll offer free room and board to anyone who brings him a bottle of fine wine.
Is there anywhere we might be able... Is there anywhere we can find fine wine nearby?
She says, I would start my search at the Stonehill Inn, though I do not partake in such things.
Might be able to win us over a few bottles. I think we'll be okay.
Stonehill Inn? Okay, yeah. All right, good to know. Thank you very much, Maru.
She nods. Peace be with you.
And also with you.
And turns around. We got a Catholic in the house. And she walks away, but with a grace and her robes going nearly all the way to the floor that it would not surprise you if she was gliding, just with the smoothness of her step.
She definitely has a cloak of billowing too.
But at this point, you hear Harpen's voice coming from the other side of the door. There, you can count it. It's all there. I promise you. Just don't bother me again.
200 gold pieces, yes?
Yeah, if you take the time to sit there and count them, it's 200 gold pieces,
Cool.
absolutely.
Okay, well, we'll be back after the next job.
He says,
More
just
patient.
knock with your hand next time.
Maybe try using both hands sliding coins next time? Cut the time in half?
I'll consider it.
Alright. A compromise I'm willing to make. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. And I'm going to head towards the Stonehill Inn.
The longer that he gives us coins, the longer we stick around.
All the more reason to get our coins quicker.
Yep. I'm gonna take that 50 and put it in my pocket immediately.
Let's do
I
that.
did too.
I'm going to the Stonehill Inn.
Anybody going to the Stonehill Inn?
Yeah.
Which I know it's on the page. I don't have to make it up. I can read it. I know
Nice.
this
That's
time.
nice.
I like it.
This modest 2-story roadhouse has 6 rooms for rent on the upper floor. A bed for the night costs 5 silver pieces, while a meal costs 1. The proprietor is a short, friendly human named Toblin Stonehill. Toblin is not a local of Fandalen. No one's local of Fandalen. It's a new town. He came here to prospect and soon realized he knew more about running an inn. So this is a very simple place. It is extremely packed at this point, and as soon as you guys start walking through the door, the place goes silent and everybody's attention's on you.
Hello, everyone. I hope your evenings are going well. And I'm going to make my
ready
way
for
to
dinner and entertainment.
I'm going to make my way towards an empty table.
Who's ready for entertainment? I'm ready for entertainment because I'm the entertainment. And I would like to, as part of putting on a show, I would also like to hope that I can gather some tips this evening to fill my pockets.
Okay, sounds good. What are you doing? How are you?
Yeah, you're just going to start busking?
Entertaining?
Well, the instruments I have on hand, I have a lyre. I have my let's see. Oh no, I just have proficiency in those other things. Well, okay, I have my lyre and I have my bagpipes and
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force.
I mean,
Dragon Force and the lyre.
And I'm just going to post myself up in the center of the room. I'm not really going to ask anybody's real permission to do anything. I'm just going to start playing a song that I feel everyone will enjoy. Perhaps it's like a rallying song to try and get everyone just
there are some
in a good mood.
There are some old songs of the realm. It's one of those things where you're a bard, so you know.
Yeah.
You have deep cuts, right? About all the music, but there are some common songs that everybody knows. So you looking for a crowd pleaser? You picking one of those, or are you going for something more specific that fits the mood you're going for?
I'm just trying because I know that they're all still pissed off from earlier. Clearly, that's why they're staring at us like this. And I'm gonna try and just basically play a song that's gonna get the rest of the booze flowing to get everybody to just have a good time and forget that they hate us.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check, please.
Oh, please be a good roll.
This takes time. She's got to tune her instrument. She can't just start up right away. So everybody else has an opportunity to do some stuff while this is happening. What's your roll?
15.
Cool. That's a solid roll. Before the music starts, I want to know if anybody else is doing anything.
I want to go to the bartender and ask for his finest bottle of wine.
Okay. Goblin will produce a bottle of wine, and I might add rather quickly. And like puts it on the table, slides it across to you, and says, "That'll be 1 gold piece, please."
Can I roll an insight check to see just how fine this wine may be,
Yeah, go for it.
or a perception check, whichever one?
Whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. They're both appropriate.
Doesn't matter. 12.
12 is so you know that Vandalen is like a new town and that they have not had a long time to establish themselves.
Mhm.
And despite that, this is rural wine tends to have bits in it.
It's
And this is
earthy.
this is a clear bottle, which is an indicator that it's at least not shit.
Can I do a wisdom roll to see if it's sufficient to impress the gentleman at the lodge?
No, because you've never met him. You have no idea what it takes to impress him.
I mean, just general wisdom knowledge about wine itself.
How much do you
If
know
it's-
about wine?
Where would I find that out?
No, I'm asking you. Which part of your backstory? You've been adventuring, or you like? If you've been out chasing dragons,
He's a
I don't
merchant.
imagine you're drinking a ton of fine wine, right?
Well, I come from an
Oh,
entire
but you're a
family
merchant.
of merchants.
You're a merchant, though.
So I deal with
Yeah.
the buying and selling and trading, so I would be able to know the value of something.
Yeah, that's a good call. Roll me, because appraise is it appraise a thing in D&D?
No, that would also be like a perception.
I think that would be insight. I feel like that would be an insight check.
Go ahead and roll me insight
Or
with
investigation,
advantage because you
maybe?
have a background in the buying and selling.
That's what I should have put investigation.
Let's see.
Investigation is like looking for clues.
Yeah,
and
17.
stuff. I feel like insight.
Yeah, I'm looking for clues as whether or not it's good wine.
Insight would be using his like wisdom of that thing to figure out what it.
No, I was talking about for me.
Oh.
My insight rolls is 17.
I'll say it's done. We're rolled. 17 is enough to know that this is probably about as fine a wine as you can expect to procure in Vandalen. There's definitely better stuff in Neverwinter, but all the way out here, this is probably as good as it gets.
I miss my library. I'm gonna flip.
Inventory will be good. We can look again when we're in Neverwinter.
And down, tuning in the background. And at this point, Rhapsody's about done, or Rhapsody is about done. I was doing that with my other party, so about the end of the session, I started calling them by their correct names. But this time, I just wrote all of your names down on a notepad so that I wouldn't, so I keep them straight.
I'm gonna give the goblin that gold coin and take the wine, and I'm gonna go back to my empty table and start drinking it sullenly, reminiscing about my library.
Then you rolled a 15 on that performance check.
I did.
So that's enough to perform, and it takes you time to play the song. But your party mates hear like a familiar tune that probably all of you know, with maybe the exception of one. But it's like if you ever studied music or like folk tales or folk songs, it probably would have come up in those studies.
I mean, I've just tried to read everything, so depending on how abundant texts of that nature are, I imagine I've at least read bits.
It's a super common song, but and it's old. It's old enough to be written down somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you've got that, and it's a tough crowd for sure.
I've probably read it. I've never heard it.
Right. That's you probably know the lyrics, but not the tune. That's exactly right. So Rhapsody, it's one of those things like you're not getting a toe tap, you're not getting a head bob, you're not getting anything. But after you get about halfway into the song, like some people are losing interest. Basically, like you guys are just being patrons and entertainment in a bar. and some people are looking at Rhapsody. A couple of people are still looking at
Can
Asmo and Juan.
I'm looking at a feather.
But
Can-
but about half of the patrons have gone back to their food and drink. And
can I be a little extra?
always.
Can I try to use like chromatic orb? It does a lot of damage, but I don't want to do damage. I just want to use like the color and shit of the spell. Can I use that to like put on a light show or like fireworks?
Super creative use of that. Are you going to?
Just
You're gonna
trying to
steal it.
just trying to help Rhapsody with her performance after I've downed like half a bottle of wine myself. And now I'm kind of getting under the influence, and even though I don't know the tune, I recognize the lyrics, so I'm just like, this is something that I should probably know. So I'll help.
You don't know where the beat drop, so to speak, is in the song.
Right.
But you do know, like academically, where the climax of the story of the song is.
Sure. Yeah.
And so you like wait and you like hear it drop because it actually drops a verse before that, and you like realize that you missed it, and you're like, okay, and you just like wait for the next verse to come around. And you do your chromatic orb. What does this look like? What's the
So
visual
it says it's a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy. So I'm imagining like maybe a pulsating disco ball kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I hear that. Like all different colors.
Yeah.
And as because it does have verbal, somatic. What
It's
components is it?
it's all three.
All three. So it's very obvious you're casting a spell, and you start to draw a little bit more attention. And then as you raise your wings, I guess. No, you have arms. You have wings on your back. As you raise your arms to, the location that you want the orb to appear in, you guys watch as like 7 or 8 different individuals like rocket out of their seats and like stand up and like reach for weapons before it like goes into like mode, and they like kind of like look around and they like shoot you a mad dog dirty eyeball look, before they like sit themselves back down.
I'm gonna look back at them and
You
just
catch
wave.
a range of emotions from eye aversion to scowls. One guy spits in your direction on the ground. But
is there any way to salvage this?
I'm working on salvaging it for you.
Yeah, it was interesting choice. I gotta say, interesting choice, folks.
If I had more energy, I would have put a stop to so many.
But as the night goes on, you guys are nobody's going to approach you guys. Nobody's going to actually. I take that back. Probably 2 drinks in, your let's see here. Asmo is approached by even by dwarven standards, a stocky dwarf with thick black hair, beard into a braid with a traditional golden ring at the bottom. And he walks over and says, "Are you really going to go save those 2 dwarves?"
That was the plan.
Isn't it more than 2?
No, I thought it was just 2.
I don't remember what the board said. I just remember it said dwarves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just said two dwarf miners at the mines.
And he says, "Yes, of course." He says, "Dazzlin and Norbis are my cousins, and they're as most dwarves are. They got to have the itch for treasure, and there's no stopping them until it's found. But I hope they're quite stubborn. I hope you can talk some sense into them."
Oh, I can talk some sense into them.
Just do things out of fear.
I might be able to charm them to follow us.
No, we don't need any of that. We just need to educate them that knowledge is the best treasure there is.
Owl boy.
And seeing that the rest of the party has like gathered around you, he switches into Dwarven and says, "Are you really traveling with these people and things?" Like looking at Juan.
Hi.
So I'm going to say in Dwarvish back, they think I'm insane.
Uh-oh.
Just letting it play off.
Oh, you
Don't
fuck.
worry about it. I've got this handled.
You friggin' asshole.
Oh my god! Now I wish we'd had this conversation in another channel.
You should have.
It's a one shot.
I mean, I never heard a thing.
It's good. It's good. And I mean, their character. I'm gonna make them role play like they don't know because.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
I don't think they'll be.
But
any
you
everybody's-
bastard.
Everybody's pretty good at that. And he just kind of like looks at you like, oh, he's like, okay, all right. He's gonna
We're
look
gonna save him. Back to common.
back to common.
I was really hoping you were gonna be like, but he's so soft in Dwarvish.
He says, well, I hope you do. He says, I'm renting a room upstairs, and this would be nice to see my cousins alive again.
Would you care to join us to help?
And he's kind of like puts his hands out in front of him and no, I'm not the adventuring type. They tried to talk me into coming out with them in the first place, and I'll tell you the same thing I told them. Not with a dragon on loose.
So what you're saying is you don't care about your family.
Ooh,
What I'm
cold-hearted.
saying is, if my cousins want to be eaten by a dragon, that's their business.
I respect that.
And he'll clap his hands and say, well, I look forward to seeing them. And he's going to like look around at the rest of the bar and say, the rest of the patrons in the bar and say, I know that quite the entrance you folks made. A little quieter this time, but in common.
Quite the cold reception.
Well, that does tend to
Nobody
happen.
around here knows how to dance, apparently.
Well, when you try to break down the mayor's door, it tends to foul the mood a bit.
I was gonna glare
I
sidelong at
definitely
Alamo.
never knew that was the mayor.
He's the town master. So, and it said on the board,
Harbin.
Town Master Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces
Oh,
for it. I said that every time at the end of all the deals.
Nope, definitely missed that.
Yeah. So
Whoopsie
he's like,
doodles.
but he says
He's a nice guy. I like him.
I knew that, but nobody wanted to listen to the elf.
I knew that. I wanted to get a face-to-face conversation with this man. If he's gonna put 3 jobs out at 3 different price points, clearly he's loaded, and I would really like to get to know him.
You're not a Radri. Fucking chill.
No.
She
absolutely. I am a charlatan, sir. I will take everyone for everything they have.
The money comes from the town fund. It's paid by all the residents.
Well, shit. They don't like me.
They don't like seeing it to go to visitors anyway. But like myself, and he shrugs. Not very many villagers are willing to risk their necks for people they don't know or care about.
So long as they risk their gold.
It's a good thing we're not from this village.
And in the gold comment, he kind of flicks his nose and he says, "That's the idea."
All right, well, where does that leave us this evening? Because clearly nobody tipped me. They're all prudes. I played an amazing song, well known. We even had a little light show, which kudos to you, Owlboy. And nothing to show for it.
And he's gonna reach into his coin purse and pull out 2 silver pieces and hand them to you, and say, "So you're not empty-handed for the night."
What? 2 silver
pieces? You know what? I take it back.
Some Hooters?
Whoa!
The owl!
I fucking knew it.
You know what? Okay, I take my attitude back. Thank you for your patronage, kind sir. I will be here, hopefully, more nights this week if you'd like to come back.
Well, like I said, I'm staying upstairs. I would love to hear the rest of your repertoire.
So is that an invitation to your room this evening?
Good lord.
Remind me, what are you? Race-wise?
Tiefling. A tiefling who has basically convinced herself that the hatred of tieflings is not real. I am so overconfident in myself and my abilities, I might as well just not be a tiefling.
Good lord.
Because I'm convinced that everyone loves me and I'm the best bard in existence.
She has a hat that says "Make Tieflings Great Again."
Oh man.
My backstory is my background, I guess, is charlatan. My long con is I pretend, like out of character. My long con is that I pretend that I am I am an artificer. So not only who's like really good at music. So not only do I go around music, but I bullshit potions for extra cash, and then I like schmooze everyone in the town, get all their money, and then leave and never come back.
You're a snake oil salesman.
So this
Pretty
is like
much.
your new fresh region. Like you've just showed up here.
Yeah,
from
and
somewhere
it's not
else.
going well for me.
A whole country full of fresh
By the way,
marks.
who also plays an alchemist in our other campaigns, has even stormed the mayor's house. As far as like taking everything and leaving shit a wreck and leaving, like yeah, even stormed the mayor's house.
I'm usually a little bit more tactful, Asmo. Fucking banging the door down with a hammer.
What's not tactful about knocking? It's
Okay.
polite.
At this
My
point,
plan was to, sweet talk everybody a little bit.
At
Let
this
me
point-
use my feminine wiles. Y'all
Hold up, babe.
terrible.
all the conversations, I just want to walk over to the innkeeper and put down the money I need to get a room and a hot meal sent to that room.
That is 6 silver pieces, which is basically 6/10 of a gold piece. So you erase the gold piece and you give yourself 4 silver pieces in response. And he'll hand you a key to a room, and tell you that he'll have the meal sent up shortly.
Thank you so much. And I turn to my companions and I go, I guess we'll go find those dwarves tomorrow. And I just walk up the stairs.
That leaves
My
3 of you.
girlfriend.
Have a good night.
That
I'm
leaves
go-
3 of you downstairs.
I'm gonna turn to the group and I'm gonna say, well, I think we should follow Sybil's lead and get some rest for our rescue mission on the morrow. And I'm gonna walk out the front door. I'm gonna turn the corner to where they can't see me. And I'm gonna fly up and lie down on the roof.
I love it. Are you looking around first before you do this, or are you just walking out and doing it?
No, it was just around the corner from the door, so they didn't see where I went. Not for any like specific reason. I don't just like, yeah, this seems like a good place. And yet,
Okay, sounds good. Give me just a second.
oh fuck.
No.
No, there's nobody around to see that. You go.
All right, cool. He's
Uh,
trying to
so
break into the Stonehill Inn.
But so you guys got to think about the stuff you're doing from the perspective of the people who live here.
That's fine. It's fine.
No, they're inconsequential.
I'm out here fucking
Clearly,
saving them. Fuck them.
So are your characters' lives or whatever.
No, our characters' lives are precious.
That leaves,
I'm just gonna follow Sybil's lead, and I'm gonna do the same and ask for my meal to be sent up, because at this point, I realize that this crowd is not gonna make me any money, and I'm fucking tired.
Especially not tonight. 6 silver
Yeah.
pieces and all those things are yours, which leaves Asmodeus Reginald Dwarfenstein the Ninth alone downstairs. I can't believe you guys left this fucker alone downstairs.
I have no cares for him.
Yeah.
Asmo is gonna always overstay his welcome anyway, and nobody really wants to be the guy to say, "Hey, look, let's do this." So it's more of like an apathy thing. Nobody really cares. And the moment that everyone gets out of sight, Asmo's gonna drop the character for a moment and be like, "Which room were those dwarves in?"
Or that one dwarf.
He told you first door on the left.
First door on the left. So he's gonna, Asmo's gonna head over to the first door to the left and knock politely like a sane human being, or in this case a dwarf would, and try to speak to the guy behind the door.
And you hear some scuffling, and the door cracks open, and you see just one eye coming out of the crack. He's like, "Oh!" And the door opens up the rest of the way. and says, "Yes, yes. Can I help you?"
Yes. So, I mean, obviously, you saw the schmucks that I was with earlier.
Everyone saw the schmucks you were with earlier. The whole town, as a matter of fact.
Of course, everyone saw what happened. I am here to make gold. That is my purpose. As you can tell, and I don't know if I've introduced myself, it's not just Asmodeus Reginald Dwarvenstein. I'm one of the Dwarvensteins. In fact, I'm the 9th. And we wanted to
Hold
open
on.
up. This is
Before you keep going, give me a second.
Okay.
He says, "Oh, the Dwarvensteins," and he looks at you. Really?
Oh,
Do you have any
yes.
proof that you're
infringement.
Copyright infringement.
I'm
Is
assuming
that,
with
that's,
his
quite,
name,
that's, quite a,
then.
that's quite a claim. Can you prove it?
I believe that when you see how I can sell, and you can see what I can bring to this small town, that'll be all the proof that you'll need. Now, I'm assuming there's no crest, there's no item. I didn't actually equip an item that I could use to prove it ahead
Bro,
of
this is
time.
your backstory. You can come up with whatever you want.
So there's a signet on a ring.
So that's what I'm giving you the opportunity to do. Yeah.
There we go. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have to explicitly say that ahead of time.
No,
and just pull something out of
you're
there.
good. You're good.
So I pull up a signet on my ring, and very coyly, I twist it on there, and I was like, "You know that I'm a Dwarvenstein."
And he absolutely recognizes the Dwarvenstein crest, like recognition in his eyes.
So I'm going to say, this is a brand new town. With a new town comes new adventurers, comes new assignments. A lot of bodies go through here. And on that note, lots of people need to buy things, especially in a new area. I mean, there's housing to furnish, there's supplies to be had. I'm trying to start an empire, and I've got an entire family name to keep up. So what I need is I need the help of everyone in this town to make sure that when we actually set up shop, I don't need the perfect introduction, but I need to make sure that when people actually come to my shop, they know that it's run by a Dwarvenstein, but not me. See, I'm the pitchman, and if I were to go around telling everybody that, that I was a sane, salesman, they always treat you the exact same. When you're crazy, they turn a blind eye to you, and they'll let you do anything. So therefore, you and I both need to know that I'm not crazy, and you need to know what I need to get done, and you know exactly what my family can do for you if you benefit us. If you're in, I'd love to be able to set up a shop here, and in the meantime, just keep ignoring me as if I'm the crazy guy in the corner, okay?
He says, "All right. I might suggest that you have a conversation with Barthen. He runs the only provision store in town. He may not look too kindly upon competition moving in, but perhaps the two of you can work something out if you don't want to run the store yourself anyway."
From one dwarf to another, I don't want him to see me coming. That's why I'm crazy. Thanks for talking to me. And he's gonna and he's just gonna sort of walk off, with leaving that on the table. And he's gonna sort of walk off again, just sort of walking up to everyone, and then he's gonna go up to the bartender and ask for the room and make the payments to sleep for the night.
Yep, 6 gold. Do the math on your own part. You get a or 6 gold, 6 silver. You get a gold, or you get a gold. Fucking Christ, 6 silver. You get a meal and a room. Goddamn, for the night. You guys all
rest.
You guys all take a long rest. You get all your hit points back. You get all your spell slots back. And at 9:30, 9:30 my time, 10:30 Becky's time, 11:30 your guys' time. I bet we're nearing the end of our session. Am I correct?
I would say probably.
Thank you very much for stepping up to the plate. And,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
At my last minute cancellation, I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah,
so.
no problem. I'm glad that you were able to rally and participate.
I know that I didn't do much. I kind of have been half sleeping this whole time. So
I mean, it felt like it kind of worked with Sybil's character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of make her quiet, and she, elves think that they're higher than everybody, and they're kind of bitches. So
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
Little snooty brat, and it's fine. I love her. She's now my baby character.
Hopefully she doesn't die.
I've had this character for one day, and if anything happens to it, I will kill everyone in this room and myself.
Will be heartbroken.
I've only had Arlo for one day, but if anything were to happen to him, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Have you seen that meme with the that meme with the new starters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Allie, are you joining in the conversation?
the best.
You're cute. And you're fuzzy.
Alex, you have a cat right behind you.
Kitty on your
She
shoulder.
do that sometimes.
She's making sure that we're on the level.
Go to bed, Beckles.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, you guys.
Okay, thanks for
Bye.
playing.
Thanks
Fare
for
thee
running.
well, friends.
Yeah.
I'll
Thank.
talk to you guys later.
Bye. Feel better.
Bye.
Feel better. Bye.